Hey, what's going on, folks? How we doing? On tonight's episode of Talking Sports we are doing NFL victories. I got three of people that have been to the teams, not to the team. Holy smokes, not to the teams, but big fans of the game and big fans of their team. First, we're gonna bring in former guest. All of them are former guests tonight, actually, so that's cool. Let's do this. We're going to bring in Joffrey. Hey, what's going on, Joff?
How we doing tonight?
None. I see you're watching your big screen
complaints.
there. Hockey must be back on.
Yeah, I'm while doing this guest appearance here, I'm also like watching three screens at once tonight because I've got you guys here on the computer. I've got Vancouver versus Edmonton on the big screen, and here sitting in front of my computer screen, I am watching the second half of the Rams and Niners Monday Night Football game. So, like, don't worry, I multitask very well.
Well, if you want to keep them updated on the scores, you can. That's fine with me. So, tell people how to get a hold of you, what you do.
I am the host of Mooncutter Sportscast, as well as the administrative officer with Running Force Productions, which, by the way, I do want to give a big announcement on that end. We're launching a new show on our network here in the next week. It's going to be called Wayward Guns Rewatch, where me and a really close friend of mine, Kate, are going to be ripping apart the series Supernatural from the beginning. An episode a week, diving into the mythos of the creatures the boys encounter, as well as the use of classic rock as a storytelling device. It's going to be great. Make sure you tune into us. You can follow us on YouTube at Running Force Productions to be ready for the first episode to drop on that one.
And also, Joffrey, you dropped a little In the Gate yesterday. Very nice.
Yeah, a little. You said 20-second clip. I hope that's what you were wanting.
That's fine. You can do whatever, but I was just trying to keep it at 20 seconds max. It's all good. But anyway, let's
I'll tell you what.
We thank you for it, and it got a lot of views actually, so that's good. But anyway, so let's bring in our next guest. We have Joe, who's been on the show before. We've talked Mets. And how you doing tonight, Joe?
I am doing awesome. How you doing?
Good. All recovered from the game yesterday?
Yeah, 6.5 hour trip from Buffalo to Baltimore, watching the Bills. So got back late, but sat in the rain, but it was all well worth it.
And it was definitely worth it with a win. It always makes the drive back a lot easier.
It was a lot easier. And definitely it was just my daughter and I. She's a big football fan as well. So excellent weekend there. But again, I'm Joe Dalio, Spanish teacher by day, sports enthusiast all around. I'm on Twitter at Joe Dal Sports. Not exactly sure what I'm doing with that yet, but still working on that. And unlike our other guest, I cannot do three things at once. So basically, I'm just going with this. And you have a talent that I don't have. But again, I appreciate you having me on tonight.
Sweet. And our last guest tonight, Mr. Logan.
Hola, hijos de puta.
What's up, Logan? How you doing today?
Oh, I've been on vacation, getting my arm ripped out of its socket, going to see, Cardinals, whatever. Albert Pujols being the greatest player of all time again. It happens. It's something in the air with St. Louis. It's just like, oh yeah, they breathe October. It's the hunt for Red October, basically. What's up?
Go ahead.
Para usar la español, está en punta.
I am a puta.
Okay, we're gonna start talking language I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll do my best. I'm gonna pull
Joe,
out
did you-
Babel right now. I am gonna learn on the fly, and we'll go from there.
Joe, can you
Oh,
grade
Adam,
my
all I said was
Spanish
for
right
you.
there?
I'll, I won't make any judgments, but you seem to know the language pretty well.
I sounded like an excellent Spanish sex god. So
Again, no judgment.
Too
but-
bad he looks like Coleman Giants Bane.
Oh shit! So, what were your takeaways from the Purple Stadium, Joe?
I like the stadium. There was a ton of Bills fans there walking around the city on Saturday.
Oh!
I saw, more
Beautiful
Bills
goal.
fans than Raven fans. And even in the stadium in the beginning, it seemed like there were more Bills than Ravens. Of course, once the game started, the Ravens fans took over, especially with a big lead. But great stadium, nice looking stadium, easy to get to.
It is
You know,
right
good fan
downtown. It's almost
experience.
right across from Camden Yards.
sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt, but did someone leave their Pornhub up? I was trying to figure out what that scream was right there.
Oh no, that was as I'd said before you came onto the screen, I'm like splitting my attention three ways right now. And I just witnessed a beautiful power play goal from Hoglander against Edmonton.
3 ways.
Of course,
huh?
Evander
Okay.
Kane in the box.
So, all right, now that are we off Pornhub? Are we done watching Pornhub now?
Wait, hold on. I have to do some research here. What?
I
Are you looking
mean,
up names of actors to get on your next show? Logan?
Let's see.
I
Stormy
think she
Daniels.
plays with baseballs.
well, if you're trying to get
Joe-
a hold of her, you might want to get a hold. You might want to go through former President Trump.
All right. So Joe, yeah, it's not a bad. There is a lot of strip clubs in Baltimore. I've been there. I don't know how. Did you eat at the Harbor?
Of course, yes. And we had our crab cake. It's like if you come to Buffalo, you got to get wings. If you go to Baltimore, you got to get the crab cake, and we
Sure.
certainly did.
Were you worried about Ian's wrath?
No, we checked before. We almost didn't go because we were a little bit worried about that. But I said I could picture myself watching it on the couch, seeing the sun break through, and just regretting the fact that we didn't go. So we decided to go anyway. We were prepared for it, and it was just mist and drizzle the whole game. We had our raincoats and everything, so really the weather didn't take away from our experience at all.
Like I said, it's always happier driving home with a win.
Mhm.
How did the atmosphere change in the stadium?
You could sense it. 2 weeks ago, the Ravens had a big lead against the Dolphins and they choked it away. And, in the beginning, in the first quarter, mid-second quarter, when the Ravens were up by a couple of touchdowns, they were celebrating victory already, the fans. The fans were celebrating victory already like they had it. But as, the Bills started taking over the game, you can almost see the panic. In fact, people sitting next to me, it's like, here we go again. This defense is awful, that kind of thing. And, the comeback from the Dolphins was fresh in their heads, because they had seen it at the stadium a couple of weeks ago. And the Bills, you could just sense it. You could sense the fact that, oh my goodness, here we go again. And, this is not going to end well.
I sensed it too. Over to Joffrey, knowing the Jets play 60 minutes of football, and once the team leads, it doesn't really stop the Jets. Obviously, 2 comebacks, both against the AFC North, pretty big fashion, 31-30 over the Browns, and then of course yesterday's great showing by Kenny Pickett, even though he had 3 picks. But I don't know, Joffrey, go ahead, tell us your thoughts on the game.
Okay, I've got takeaways on both ends of the field. Surprisingly, given how much I'm a diehard Jets fan and absolutely hate the Steelers, it's positive on both ends for both teams. On Pittsburgh's end, we'll start with them first. I will say it was nice to see that Tomlin actually had a pair of balls to make the switch at halftime, pulling Mitch Trubisky, pulling Kenny Pickett in to start. Though I did hear some rumblings from another one of my buddies that was at the game that Art Jr. might have had something to do with that. Either way, this game was basically a tale of adjustments. The Jets went into halftime up 10-6. I had been feeling great. It had been mostly one-sided. Zach Wilson, phenomenal job of evasion. I can't count how many times he'd been under pressure, was able to scramble out to make something happen, or had been wrapped up and still managed to break free to take off to the side to extend the play. But the adjustment Pittsburgh made at halftime, pulling Trubisky for Pickett, definitely brought a massive spark to the offense. Before all the pissed off Pittsburgh fans right now start with their rumblings of throwing Pickett, I will say the 3 interceptions he threw, you can't really fault him for any of them. The first one was a big bomb to the end zone, straight to Chase Claypool's hands. That should have been a touchdown. Claypool, I can't remember, what's the rating here on language?
NC-17.
Well, it was Claypool's fuck up. He should have had that ball. It was in his hands square. He freaking let it slip, and the defender got low for the scoop. That one's not uncanny. The second interception, that ultimately was the most costly one, was also not Pickett. It was a clean clean missile to his to his receiver, who I believe on that play would have been Deontay Johnson.
No, it's Pat Frymuth.
Oh, Pat Frymuth. Okay, but it was deflected in the air on its course to Frymuth, tipped up and was able to be caught by New York's defender. Once again, not Pickett's. That one's not on Pickett. Maybe throwing it while a defender was able to get to it to the tip, but it's still listed as a not at fault according to the stats. And the third one, you have 8 seconds to make a 52-yard touchdown as the clock expires in the fourth. Of course, you're going to go Hail Mary. Unfortunately, the Jets safety was able to come away with that one as well. But that's the Pittsburgh adjustment. And I will say for Pickett, yes, I understand it's a losing effort and 3 picks in his debut, but he also had 2 rushing touchdowns, setting history as the first quarterback to ever do that in their debut. I say if you're a Pittsburgh fan, give him a couple games to see what he actually can do before you start making judgment and trying to say he sucks. Because I saw a lot of potential yesterday. And I was actually at Acrisure Stadium for that game. 3 rows back on the 50, right behind the Steelers bench. The other adjustment that is not as highly looked up on, that not as many people noticed because it was more of a subtle adjustment, but in the fourth quarter, after Max Mitchell was pulled from the game due to injury, Jets coach Robert Saleh made a switch that ended up being what gave the Jets the win by moving Elijah Vera Tucker from left guard to left tackle. The prior to that, Wilson had absolutely 0 time in the pocket. He was being rushed by defenders every play, had to scramble, run for his life most of the game. After that adjustment of moving Vera Tucker from guard to tackle, you started seeing Zach have time to do what he needed to on offense. And you saw him take command as a field general and lead us to 2 touchdown drives to win the game.
The Steelers are 0-8 without TJ Watt. It's a horrible stat, but it's the truth.
Sorry if I rambled there, Adam.
That's fine. That's fine. That brings us to Logan and Cooper Rush.
Yeah, baby. Cooper Rush, the greatest player to ever live.
He also has not lost a game either, huh?
He's amazing. No, he's 4-0 as the Cowboys starter. And it's unfortunate that his reign of awesomeness is going to come to an end because Dak Prescott is getting paid a buttload of money, and there's no way Dak Prescott is going to sit on the bench making all that money while Cooper Rush, who makes about $100,000 or whatever, is, on the field. But hey, the Cowboys, they beat a shitty Washington Commanders. So, I mean, it's really not saying much. It is pitiful that the Cowboys receivers are so shitty, though. I mean, they scored 25 points, and CD Lamb, who's supposed to be their number one receiver, only got he had 6 receptions for 97 yards.
And a touch.
Michael Gallup 24 yards, and everybody else was Noah Brown got 61 yards. Noah Brown, I've never even heard of Noah Brown. So
He's a rookie.
yeah,
wanted to ask for clarification on that. I thought Gallup was still the number one. CD's overtaking him on that.
This is Gallup's first game of the year.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seemed like CD Lamb was supposed to be. They traded Amari Cooper, which I think was the dumbest thing the Cowboys did. I know that he's supposed to be a free agent and he was going to ask for a shit ton of money, but still, he was a really good number one receiver, and seemed like they were really high up on CD Lamb and Michael Gallup. But Michael Gallup, yeah, I don't think he had played much. So CD Lamb had been the number one. So yeah, I hate that trade with a fiery passion. But the defense is amazing. Parsons didn't play much today, it seemed like. And Trayvon Diggs is, good. Van Der Esch is still Van Der Esch. So, yeah. Good job,
Joe,
Cowboys.
Did you get heckled down there in Baltimore or no? I meant to ask you that.
Yeah,
but...
they even though there was a ton of Bills fans, we happened to be sitting in a season ticket section of Ravens fans. So it was good natured, but again, they were claiming victory in the first quarter, and we heard about it, how Buffalo sucks and all that stuff, and so yeah, we heard it.
How electric was the place when J.K. Dobbins finally scored twice?
It nothing out of the ordinary. I was happy to see that. I like Dobbins. I wasn't happy to see him score against the Bills, but it's a nice comeback story. So I didn't mind seeing him be the one that scored. But
I think it's funny. Like they heard Mark Andrews got held to 7 fantasy points or something.
I know that because I had him on a team, so I know.
So you were rooting for Mark Andrews on your fantasy team down there in Buffalo. In Baltimore.
Yeah, he was invisible. But even the Bills, I mean, statistically, they were so hard. Josh Allen had a 72 quarterback rating, but he just proved again that he knows how to win. He did run for 70 yards. He had a rushing touchdown. And he was just determined that team wasn't going to lose. Even Stephon Diggs only had, maybe 4 catches for 62 yards. They stopped him pretty well.
Yeah, he was defensively, 8.2 points on ESPN. Yeah, I don't know what he was on Yahoo.
Okay.
But it depends on what system of scoring you're using. I know on my PPR league, he put up 3.5.
Wow. Yeah, and he, because I think he only had 4 catches for about 62 yards. And again, they were clutch catches when he did catch them. But defensively, I mean, they held the Ravens to 0 points in the second half. One of the most underrated linebackers that nobody talks about in football is Matt Milano of the Bills. He had 13 tackles. There was a couple of times where Lamar Jackson was being Lamar Jackson, and I thought he was going to deke him out of his jockstrap. But Milano dove and caught him and stopped him. Jordan Poyer, again, one of the most underrated safeties in football, 2 interceptions. In fact, I read a stat about Poyer. He's allowed 3 catches and he's got 4 interceptions. So, again, somebody that not a lot of people talk about. And just everybody just showed up and they were all determined that they were not going to lose that game. And again, even though the stats weren't pretty for a lot of those offensive players, they got it done.
Do you think they're ever going to get James Cook in this thing?
I hope so. it would make me look good because I've been telling everybody around town that he's going to be the number one back by the end of the season.
I
But
thought by week 4 he was going to be a number 1 back.
I thought so too, and he fumbled his first
NFL
carry of the
carry,
season, and they benched him in the rest of that game, and I guess they're just breaking him in very slowly, But I still think by the end of the season he's going to be, their number one back. I guess we'll see if that plays out.
Joffrey, what's going on at Brees Hall?
I like what I've seen from him so far. He definitely seems like as the season progresses, he's definitely establishing more and more as the number one, as the 1A on that split back set. Definitely see Brees being more the running back of the duo, Michael Carter being moved to the receiving back, as Hall has shown that his hands aren't as sticky as we thought. But I definitely see him being quite the valuable addition to this Jets offense.
Speaking of running backs, Logan, how long before how long before we see Tony Pollard as a featured?
I have no idea. It's like it's the same thing with the it's the same thing with Ezekiel Elliott, like it is with Dak Prescott. He's getting paid so much money. You can't pay someone that much money just to ride the bench, especially the top two guys on your team. And so I don't know. It's getting to where it's just ridiculous, and there's going to be decisions to be made. I think what it's going to come down to is they're going to trade Cooper Rush probably for somebody else, just so that way they can get somebody back, hopefully a receiver or somebody, hopefully. And so it's just confusing right now. So the two highest players on your team are not doing jack shit for you this season. So, and it's the guys who are making less than regular. They're not even starters, and they're doing better. So it's whatever.
Well, they really shut down Pollard. Tony's running this week. Only gave him 8 carries for 6 yards, I believe.
Yeah. Well, Ezekiel, he had 19 carries for 49 yards. So, I mean, it was not much better.
You figure they would have been able to run the ball all day on this Washington team.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't know. It's just weird. The whole thing is weird. But Cooper Rush, he leads us to the promised land 4 out of 4 times.
Beautiful deflection. I know it's still preseason, but I will say this much. Ottawa is looking like a good, like they're firing on all cylinders. Beautiful deflection from McDavid to Hyman.
You mean the Oilers? Didn't you say Ottawa?
Or Edmonton, yeah.
Edmonton.
And just like that, it is 3-1. Back-to-back goals.
Joe, what else is going to happen with this Buffalo team?
The sky's the limit. They're not going to win every game. They proved that last week, but they got to stay healthy. Last year they really didn't have any major injury issues, and now already they've lost a couple of players. They lost their best safety, and it's just a matter of staying healthy. We'll see.
Yeah,
that
was a big loss with
Micah Hyde. Yeah, and if another one of these big names, gets hurt, even I always say it, Josh Allen has one bump to the knee or to the head, from being out, and I don't know. Case Keenum's the backup, and I don't exactly have faith in him. But again, the sky's the limit. They're determined that it's Super Bowl or bust. And, not just because I'm a fan, not just being from here, but I really think, that they're so determined that nothing's going to stop them.
Now, just curious, does Buffalo have that fear of making the Super Bowl and seeing number 5 as an L?
Nobody's talking about that yet, and again, people aren't talking about just getting there. It's again, win or bust. So getting there is not going to be enough. And really, again, people don't have that fear at this point. I think the scars of the 4 in a row are so long ago now that a lot of people, you talk about that, it's just a story to them. They didn't live through it. So no, that paranoia is not really being talked about much, or you don't see too much of that around the city at this point.
I will be right back, guys.
Okay. Now do the Patriots scare you at all?
No. I thought, beginning of the year, I said that they could be a potential. Everybody was down on the Patriots, and I said, don't count them out. But after watching them play a few weeks, they don't scare me. They might beat the Bills in a game, but they don't scare me as far as getting in the way. I think part of that is because of last year's playoff game. The Bills just steamrolled them in that playoff game last year, and if they were to meet again, which I don't think they will in the playoffs this year, then I think the Bills would have no problem with them again.
I have not heard any news about the Patriots, about their quarterback situation. I have not seen an injury report or anything since. But are they going to be sticking with their third stringer?
That's a good question. I mean, did Wilson play against the Packers? I was traveling, so I didn't see that game. But
all their
Sorry about
quarterbacks were hurt till they got to the third one.
okay, or Jones. I did not Wilson. Jones. I meant. But yeah, so the starter didn't play, and
Hold
then
on, let me. Well, Jones got hurt.
right.
Zappy.
Okay, I have no idea who that is actually.
The rookie that they just drafted.
Okay,
Bailey Zappi.
and he got hurt as well.
No, he finished the game with 100 yards and a touchdown. Western
Okay.
Kentucky.
Wow. Yeah, so we'll see with them. I mean, you never know. The Dolphins, I think, are legitimate. They're a playoff team, I believe.
Really?
I wouldn't have said that in the beginning of the season, but to see them now, I mean, even if they miss Tua for a couple of games, I mean, Bridgewater's capable, I think, and I think
Tua
that
doesn't
the
even know
Dolphins
his Tua doesn't even know what his name is right now. So
Tua wanted to play. He was ready to go back in after the game on the flight home.
Yeah,
I think he was kind of guilted into it, but that's
I
just
will
me.
say this much: the fact that he is not playing this week gives me hope that the Jets will be able to take over second seed in the East, because we do play the Dolphins next week.
Joe
and they would do that
Flacco,
with a win.
baby.
Zach Wilson, baby.
Oh yeah, Zach will.
Banging moms.
Yeah,
We got the MILF Hunter back. We're all right.
But I think he wouldn't have been as good if he didn't have the tutelage of the great and powerful Joe Flacco, who's MVP in my opinion. I don't know. I haven't actually seen him this year, so
He looked good weeks 1 and 2. He looked like absolute trash week 3.
did he? He looks so bad in the Jets uniform.
Gosh.
Yeah, purple's definitely more his color.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tua, what are your guys' thoughts on that whole debacle?
I just know that it was messed up because I was watching the game where he got hurt against Buffalo, and he did not look right. And we even questioned the people I was watching the game with. We kind of questioned that. It's like, what kind of concussion protocol does this league have? Because he did not look right coming out of there. They said it was a back and all that. I don't buy that for a second. And now this is like a worst case scenario with the NFL to see him go down in that Thursday night game in front of everybody. Now I think, you get a bump on the head, somebody taps you with your pinky and you're going to be on concussion protocol, because they're going to be so strict about that now that a national audience saw this, that I think you're going to see it enforced a lot more now.
I think it was so mishandled. I mean, I I know some people are trying to blame a little bit on Tua, not Tulo, which I think is stupid. Obviously, he's the quarterback he wants to play,
Mhm.
but it's the head coach's job. And first of all, whoever the doctor was who said that he was cleared to play, I think he did get fired, but he should have been fired. There's no way
That wasn't
like
the team doctor though. That was like an outside
yeah.
doctor from what I was reading.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like there's no like Joe said, that's not a back injury. You don't run 5 yards and then just fall to the ground from a back injury,
Right.
unless you just plan on not getting up again. Um, and yes, Tua might have wanted to play, but as the head coach, and this is the same thing with baseball, you know, pitchers want to play. I'm only using this as a comparison because that's what I know best. Pitchers, they want to play. They want to play the whole game. They don't want to be taken out. They say, "Oh, I can play some more," and the manager has to be unbiased and not play favorites and has to look at the situation and see what it's like now. And the head coach's job is to say, look, you may say you're fine, Tua, but you're not able to play because you just got hit in the head. You gotta, and yes, I get that the doctor cleared him, but the coach has to be saying, listen, you're still a little shaky. You're able to tell with concussion, with people who have concussions when they're not there.
Right.
And what happened to Tua might have actually affected him worse. Like, because I mean, you look at the second tackle, that wasn't even that bad. It wasn't that hard of a hit.
He
But
snapped on his head though.
yeah, I mean, but yeah, like if it was his first time getting hit in like the year, it didn't look that hard of a hit, and he probably would have gotten up pretty easily. But I mean, he started doing the thing with his fingers, and I've seen a lot of people who have seizures, and that's what they do when they start seizing. And when you have a seizure, when you are already on concussion protocol, that's going to linger with you for a while, and he may have just risked, that's long-term damage right there. It may not affect him, or he may not knowingly be affected right now, but it's going to affect him for the rest of the season for sure,
Mhm.
and maybe the rest of his life. So I mean, Tua is a little bit at fault, but I can't blame him really. I mean, he has to say, if Tua said, "Oh no, I really don't want to play. I don't feel good," that's not going to register well with the rest of the team.
Mhm.
That's not really a good leader. And so, and not that he would be faulted for that, but still, that was just bullshit on everything. Everybody was at fault. I don't know if there would be too much of an overcorrection, like Joe says, but it wouldn't surprise me, honestly, if they're probably going to call a lot of rough in the passer stuff now,
Mhm.
a lot more than usual, a lot more flags, and that's going to be annoying to watch because flags are probably the worst thing about the game right
Are
now.
they going to turn it into the Pro Bowl where it's flag football only?
Oh, good lord! I
I
think
think that would
Pro
kill the
Bowl this
league.
year is flag football. Is everyone aware of this yet?
Oh no,
I
they're not even.
noticed that, yes, for the last few years, actually.
Well,
Well, no,
they've
this year they're actually wearing flags though, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
I
Last year we thought it was two hand touch.
I thought it was just a like a skills competition now.
No, they're gonna play a game,
yes,
but it's gonna be flag.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Well, that
yes,
makes sense.
there's flag football being played, but but you're right also, Logan. It's now going to be a week-long thing where it's the Pro Bowl games where it's yes, the flag football that Adam mentioned, but a bunch of skills competitions as well, as you said.
Mhm.
Which was cool to watch back in the what was that, like early '90s, where they had the throwing competition, and Brett Favre, Dan Marino would go at it, and I think even Cordell Stewart got invited to one of them one year. John Harbaugh was even in there one year. If you
I
guys
don't.
watched it at all,
I've never watched the Pro Bowl. That's probably why this is foreign to me.
I remember a couple years ago, like when they were launching the Madden game, like Kurt Warner, Dan Marino, and they'd long been retired, but they were doing some skills game, and that was really fun to watch. Like just see how well they still threw, and years after playing. I think that's cool. Just to see how they still do.
Oh, I did not sit around to witness any of it at halftime yesterday because I was too focused on going up to get me a Capicola sandwich from Permanis. But apparently it was Steelers alumni night at Acrisure Stadium. There were apparently a lot of legends in the house.
Mean joke.
I was working. I did not know any of that was going on.
Oh, Joe Green still is alive.
What's that, Love?
I said Joe Green is still alive. I thought he died for some reason.
No, he's still alive. He's still around.
Yeah. Good job.
Legend.
Most of the Steel Curtain guys are still around.
Yeah.
Gotta be able to find Lambert though.
When you take a 25,
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Jack Lambert's the only one that has passed.
No, he's not. He hasn't passed. He just lives in the woods.
Oh,
I think in Minnesota too. I think he lives in the woods in Minnesota somewhere.
Huh.
Go ahead, Joe. You were saying something?
No, I was just saying the only celebrity sightings when you take a 25-year-old female to a game, she got excited that the people from The Bachelorette were there. They featured them, on the field or whatever. So I didn't know who they were, but she was all excited. That's the only.
She watched those shows.
Yes, they do. Not me, but
You got excited a little bit
I
to be in the
I
presence
would
of
have.
greatness.
Maybe if I know who in the world they were, I'd get a little excited, but I had no clue.
Joe, did you end up having to park far from the stadium?
Yeah, about a mile.
Did you park in that big parking garage down on the left?
Pratt Street. I don't know where compared to the state. We had to pass like Camden Yards to get there. It was exactly a mile away. And
No,
I mean, $15.
Way down, like when you come into the city and you wrap around. I parked way down in one of them parking garages.
Okay.
Why didn't you take the Amtrak? Just out of curiosity, because I wouldn't trust Baltimore, honestly, with my car.
No, I mean, in a parking garage like that, I was fine with it. I know Baltimore's got its reputation, but it was just so much easier to drive. And then, we could do different things around town too. But yeah, it was about a mile. And again, $15 for parking these days, sad to say, is a bargain. But, we only paid $15 for that. So that's one of the reasons we did it.
Jerry World parking is like $120.
Yeah.
And
Joe,
there's nowhere to like even probably take a bus down there. Jerry World's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, well, it's gotten better since they built the new ballpark.
When I was there, it didn't seem like anything was around it except for all parking.
Well, they added a couple of parking places, and they added that whole baseball live or Texas live, I guess they call it now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gotten better, but yeah, it's still out in the middle of nowhere, and you still have to pay a shit ton of money.
I think the new ballpark you can see from the stadium too, right?
Yeah, it's all together.
I want to see the baseball stadium, Logan. I want to come down and go to the baseball game with you.
Dude, I was looking at tickets for the Yankees and Rangers game tonight. $22.
Wow.
Why are you on this podcast right now?
Honestly, Josh would have killed me if I had skipped another day, and so I'm gonna go tomorrow. Luckily, Judge didn't get 62 tonight.
Yeah, that's I know we're well off topic. Do you think he's going to get it?
Oh yeah, against the Rangers, yeah.
If you don't get it tonight,
I think the game's already over, but I think he's going to get it tomorrow.
Now, Joe, you being a Mets fan, do you want to see this record broken?
I'm not a Yankees fan, but I like Aaron Judge, so I don't care if he does it. I'd like to see it happen. I'm not a Cardinals fan, but I very happy to see what Pujols is doing as well. I respect those players.
As a doctor, you care less about baseball.
What's that?
I said you can care less about baseball.
Oh, sorry. I'm sitting here trying to figure out my opponent this week has both Jimmy G and the Rams defense playing right now. and is up by a half a point. I'm trying to do the math in my head to figure out if there's any way I can still win this.
So wait, you're losing in our ESPN league or your other league?
No, one of my other two leagues.
Oh.
Like I said, he's got Jimmy G and the Rams defense playing, and I need him to somehow lose a point.
So any chance? How many teams from the AFC East are going to make these playoffs with them all being pretty decent? The Jets have a chance now, Joe?
The next week will go a long way in making that determination. I mean, yes, we're going to be playing the Dolphins without Tua. But at the same time, it's, it all depends on how long Tua's out. If he's out for just a week or two, I can see the Dolphins scrambling back to get the second seed. If he's out long term, though, I think the Jets have second. I can't talk right now because I got too many things in my head. I think if Tua's out just a week or two, the Dolphins will still take second seed. However, if he's out long term, like 5-6 weeks or longer, I think the Jets will take second seed in the East. Most Jets fans would not have predicted the Jets to go 2-2 into the first 4 weeks of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, most of them were expecting 1-3. However, I can definitely see us being an 8 or 9 win team. I don't know if we make the playoffs, but I can definitely see us being competitive, breaking 500.
Sorry,
I think
my canine's getting a little crazy right now. Go ahead, Joe. What were you going to say?
2 teams from the AFC East make it. I still think the Dolphins get in, and the Bills get in as well. Again, Jets competitive, Patriots competitive. I think the Bills beat the Jets twice, and I think the Patriots beat the Bills once in a regular season game. And I think the Bills beat the Dolphins next time around.
By the way,
we're on the same track, Joe, except I think you guys sweep the Patriots and split with the Jets.
Okay.
Logan, your thoughts on Cowboys?
They're man, I really like him this year, and I hate to diss on Ryan again, but I think the Eagles are going to kind of have a little bit of a crumble and fall apart, and I think the Cowboys are in a better position to win, even though they're going to play the Packers and the Rams in the next 2 weeks. I don't know.
The Rams next week, and then it goes Eagles, and then Lions.
Oh yeah, the Rams and the Eagles,
and then Bears, and then
yeah. I mean, I think the Cowboys defense is a really, really good defense. So that's my thing.
Now I want to.
Jalen Hurts looks stupid. By the way, quick update: $6 for nosebleed section seats for Aaron Judge. Yeah, for tomorrow.
Go catch that ball. Make some money.
Adam, come down to Texas. I'll buy you a $6 seat in the nosebleeds.
We'll probably be able to move up too.
Yeah, right.
How much is it for a right field ticket? Like outfield, right field.
Oh my
is that
gosh.
section sold out?
Left field, it's $11,000.
Wow.
That's why, because that ball is going to be worth a lot of money.
Cheapest is $240.
Wow.
But you can go sit in a nosebleed for $6 and maybe sneak down.
Hold on, right field is $32.
Isn't Judge a right field hitter?
No, he's a left field hitter.
He's capable of hitting an opposite field shot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not in that short porch.
Oh, I gotta buy this ticket. Oh,
you have to be there, Logan.
I have to be
history.
Yes. Sorry, I'm taking over the show.
That's fine. It's fine. You're chasing history. Now you're buying
I
into
love
history,
how
maybe.
I love how every time you come on my show, you take over the show, and then every time I come on your show, I take over the show.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't get that part either. It happens.
Now
We
I
just
want to
want each
ask.
other's stuff.
I want to pitch a hypothetical with you, Logan. Knowing
Okay.
that Prescott's probably missing another week or two, if Cooper Rush comes out and plays lights out like he's been, and gets you a win over the defending Super Bowl champions, and possibly knocks Philly off of their undefeated season, don't you think at that point the argument should be made for Cooper Rush to stay in?
I think the argument should be made, but I think no matter how much, listen, Jerry Jones is the biggest idiot, and he's one of the biggest egomaniacs in the National Football League, and he thinks he knows best. This is the same thing that happened with Jimmy Johnson. It's the same thing that happened with Bill Parcells. I mean, he just thinks he knows what's best. He knows what's better. I mean, that's why he's made himself the GM. And if he said Cooper Rush has a better chance of winning a football game over Dak Prescott, the guy who he just paid, I think, the biggest contract at the time, it's basically him saying that he was wrong about Dak Prescott. And I don't think he can do that. I think the argument should be made. I like Cooper Rush more than Dak Prescott. But I think Jerry Jones is just not ever going to entertain that idea.
Here's my question to everyone, I guess. I mean, but we saw Zach Wilson came back in for Flacco, who was 5th in the league in yards at 918 before he got pulled after 3 weeks. If Josh Allen got hurt, and who's your backup, Joe?
Case Keenum.
And Casey Keenum came in and went on a 6-game 6-0, and then all of a sudden, Josh Allen came back and lost. What would be the thoughts? I'm just saying. I mean, these are all hypocritical.
Yeah, I agree exactly what Logan is saying. I mean, I think this quarterback's making a name for himself and definitely making the case to stay in the starting lineup. And if Prescott comes in and does poorly, I mean, the place is going to go crazy. But I don't know as much about Dallas football as Logan does, but I know enough to agree.
You probably do. I'm talking out of my ass most of the time.
Nah, but I agree. That's how the NFL works, and that's how it works in Dallas. And again, Jerry Jones to admit that he's wrong, I don't think that's going to happen.
I do not care if Mitch Trubisky was getting paid Dak Prescott money or not. I would start Kenny Pickett.
Right.
I'd be okay with a clipboard holding that much money.
But then what do you do with Dak Prescott though? I mean,
he's so injury prone, it's disgusting.
Yeah, but I mean, you're paying them so much money just to sit on the bench. You can't trade him.
Right.
I mean, who's going to want him?
He hasn't done anything. We had this talk before, Joff. Did he deserve the contract or not?
No, he didn't. I mean, most definitely. And I think it's 115 million guaranteed. I mean, it's ridiculous what the 4-year, $160 million contract worth up to 164 through incentives, $126 million of guaranteed money, $126 million guaranteed. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Right.
So that being said, and that being your takeaway on this, do you think we're going to be having the same discussion here in another 8 weeks about Cleveland? I'm going to be honest. Over the first 4 weeks, I like what I've been seeing from Jacoby Brissett in Cleveland.
I think no matter what, he could be an MVP candidate, and he's not going to play.
They're only paying Watson $1 million this year.
Are
Whether
they?
or not that gets prorated to what is it, 7 games or whatever? I don't know how that all works out, but he's only getting paid $1 million this year. You can,
Cleveland.
if Jacoby Brissett is having a hell of a year, I think you can let him sit the bench.
Cleveland has been through so much with, like, they went through so much shit just to
With
get
quarterbacks?
Watson.
Oh,
Just to get Watson. I mean,
give me
and
a
then
massage, bitch.
yeah, and it's just like, I mean, if you went through all that trouble and then he gets off of his suspension and then he's like, and then you just sit him.
Right.
I mean, Cleveland would riot.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, what was that game? I think it was against the Jaguars where, I mean, they made a missed call and the fans like threw a whole bunch of bottles at the field. I mean, they would riot against their own team, and
Yeah.
they love their team. I mean, they like, if you see the pictures of the fans at the Browns games, they have all those things like massages are not sexual assault and all. Like, they're defending Watson, and it's just like they don't care. They want to see Watson play no matter what.
Yeah, the Cleveland situation towards Watson now, it kind of reminds me of 15 years ago, Pittsburgh for Roethlisberger.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just like San Francisco has been waiting for Jimmy G to finally get out of there for Trey Lance. Makes no sense at all.
Right.
I don't know.
Now,
And I will
Watson-
say, I think Shanahan's being proven to have been a dumbass because after Lance
Well,
got
Trey
hurt,
Lance broke his ankle. This is totally unfair.
yeah.
yeah, but look at Jimmy G, especially on a performance like tonight.
I was just
Where-
looking over the stats now.
Well, Jimmy G. The thing about Jimmy G was that I mean, he made it to the Super Bowl, but I mean, whenever he got to the Super Bowl and the playoffs, it kind of seemed like he was carried by by his offense, right? I mean,
Defense.
and defense, yeah,
Right.
mostly. But who's the running back? Diablo or
Debo.
Debo Samuel. Yeah,
The receiver.
Well, Jeff Wilson's
receiver.
their lead rusher tonight.
Yeah.
72 and a touch. And Joe, you're definitely well over your prop tonight. 115 and a touch for Debo.
All right. So too bad I don't get bonus money for that, but I'll take it.
Right? Hopefully you played your money right.
Yes.
Oh, I'm ready to scream.
No. We already had the Pornhub incident.
No,
Wait.
I'm just looking here. 3rd and 10, San Francisco 16. LA just took their third timeout. Right now, I need the Niners to
Give up
They got-
14
they got
points
the
in
ball.
under 2 minutes. That's
no.
not happening.
What I need is the Niners to give Wilson the ball and have him run it for a touchdown on my third league because the right now I'm ready to scream because I'm about to lose my matchup by a half goddamn point.
That's the worst.
And I need
That
and
is the worst.
The only way I can win this is for the Niners to get a rushing touchdown with no passing in between. Like, I need Jimmy G to hand Wilson the ball and him run it all the way because my opponent right now has both the Rams defense and Jimmy G.
Now, do you guys on the bottom there do any fantasy football?
I don't do season long anymore. I do the DraftKings
You do
weekly. I play about 5 games a week, put a few bucks in there. And, I just don't have the time to maintain, a team and do all that work. I mean, the drafting is my favorite part. That's what I'm best at. I'm not good at keeping up and maintaining and making decisions of who to start and all that stuff. So I said, you know what? DraftKings, I could just spend a little time a week and get a team that way. And after the week's up, then it's done.
Logan,
Yes.
you do any fantasy football?
I'm too stupid for that. You guys are talking about all that fantasy football. I have no idea what you're talking about. Someone was telling me that they won by they lost by 0.23s. I'm like, cool, I guess. Or ooh, yeah. I
You
wouldn't
get any
even know.
DraftKings for baseball or anything?
They do.
I've thought about it. The thing is it's illegal to gamble in Texas. So what's the point of even playing fantasy
Oh, you
baseball?
can't even do DraftKings in Texas?
No, I can't do any prop bets or anything. I have to go to Oklahoma. The armpit of shithole.
Yeah.
Oh my
How far
god,
of a drive is that to gamble? Is it even worth it?
it's 5 hours. No, it's not that far. It's about 2.5.
That's a long time just to go gamble.
Yeah.
But one star. I'd rather go just to Louisiana. I go to New Orleans and make a weekend of it.
I've never been to Louisiana.
Oh, dude, you'd love it. You'd
I've
love
been
the
to
food. You'd
Columbus,
love.
Georgia, which is like right outside of Louisiana, but that was the closest I've ever been.
Hmm.
Joe, you ever been there?
3 days in New Orleans. Yeah. In October.
Mardi Gras.
Weather was
Mardi Gras
perfect.
kind of met, huh?
No, it was just a school trip. They sent us on a teaching seminar for 3 days. Everything was on the school. So, like I said, it was in October. It was like 80 degrees and dry. The humidity was gone. It was perfect. Good place to go.
Now Joffrey might be going to Memphis for 3 years. I think he's crazy, but where it calls, I think it's hot as hell in Memphis. I think Memphis has that bad humidity.
Yes.
Yeah, but at the same time, a Memphis 6 is the equivalent of a Pittsburgh 10. So,
Oh gosh.
That.
Are you a Steelers fan, Adam?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured
can't
you
you
were,
tell
but
from the prison? Can't you tell from the prison stripe jersey in the background?
oh, there it is. Is that Palomalu?
Yeah. Yeah, with the B, yeah. Then
You-
Eric Davis, and then J.J. Watt is right there, I believe, on my shoulder.
How do you feel about Palomalu doing all these shampoo commercials after being such a angry, dominant defensive? I always think that's weird. Like, oh, I remember when you were scary to every
It's always done
quarterback.
Head and Shoulders commercials, though.
Yeah, but still, it's just like I don't know. Like, if I ever saw I can't even think of a mean guy from the olden days, like when they would do a commercial and they're like, "Oh, I'm happy go lucky. I do shampoo and I'm goofy."
Joe
Like,
Green with the Coke commercials.
I was just going to say that.
that's right. Thanks, Joe.
That commercial wasn't
Also,
even supposed to happen, right?
Palomalu was doing the commercials even while he was still an active player.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't know why.
The best one now is the Matt Stafford for Little Caesars.
That is a weird commercial.
I haven't
And
seen that one.
the woman's yelling at him and shit, like, say pizza, pizza.
Yeah.
And I saw it once, and I was like, what the hell am I watching?
State Farm is still king in my eyes with
State Farm
Aaron
commercials?
Rodgers and Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, they're good.
And Aaron Rodgers. I
said
wish
with
they would
Aaron-
have been. I still wish they would have done Mayfield moving from Progressive to
Progressive moving
Allstate,
day with Baker Mayfield.
and then they had him on the Mayfield Moving Company. It would have been great advertisement for all three.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess Progressive shut that down from what I was hearing. I don't know.
Shut what down? The
whole
Baker
commercial
Mayfield?
of Mayfield leaving.
Oh, they were actually going to do a moving day with Baker Mayfield.
Oh yeah, Progressive shut it down.
Progressive dropped the fucking ball.
Yeah, that would have been a
that would have
badass
gone over
commercial.
well.
Would have been pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because Progressive Field is the Indians, not the Browns.
But Progressive is the main insurance company up there.
Right. That's what the commercials are for, right?
Yeah.
With them. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that would have been good. It would have
That
been.
would have been funny if they would have all played into one and made it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's the case, one of the insurance companies in Mayfield moving, yeah, or Mayflower moving, yes. But
Little
having
shithead wants to make the camera.
Yeah.
two competing rival companies on it,
See, there's
I can
nothing going
understand why
on
it
up
would get
here.
shit done.
Nothing going on up here. All right, cameo, dog. Bye. All right. All right, guys. So you guys had fun at the games. Glad we won. Oh, I didn't win, but I got Pickett, so I guess I won. I don't know. We call this a moral victory, I guess, right?
There's nothing
7 to
moral
8 transition.
about the Steelers.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Moving forward, I would say yes.
How do you feel about JJ Watt's press conference yesterday about his going into AFib? You hear about this?
No.
No. Let's see. I think it was Thursday. His heart stopped, and he went into AFib, and like he thought he was gonna die, and so he was like, "Yeah, the doctors cleared me to play today." So, and I felt good, and I mean, he started crying because he was like, I was close to death, and I have a child on the way, and I was like, oh man. So, hopefully,
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, Pat McAfee.
He was on the injury list with an illness too. I didn't hear anything about this, so this is like news to me, real quick. I didn't not hear anything about it. I know that Carolina Cardinals game, there was a lot of fights breaking out in that game towards the end.
Was there?
Oh yeah,
I heard about that.
Joe, were you listening to it on the way home, or were you guys still?
No, I didn't catch any football on the way home.
I didn't know if you had the XM radio on or not.
No, that's more like Harry Styles and that kind of thing, But no, I didn't catch any football. I kind of caught up on all my football this morning. Saw some of the clips on that, but I didn't really catch it as it was happening.
So,
all right, yeah, I guess someone leaked information on him, Logan.
Yeah, so he, they were gonna break it, so he
and got his heart back to beating normal.
Yeah.
So that's from what JJ Watt's Twitter's handle says.
Yeah, he wanted to break the news before. So I guess he wanted to make sure that like his friends and family didn't like
lose their shit.
Lose their shit, and because he kind of acted like it wasn't a horrible deal on Twitter, but then like during the press conference, he kind of, he got teary eyed about it.
Yeah.
Which it's a scary situation. I don't know
what might have told his family though. The only people that knew were the people I should trust.
Well, I'm sure the team knew, and whenever the team knows, everybody knows. Basically, they're doing that documentary on the Cardinals this season. So I wonder if one of the crew members of that leaked it. What's that HBO Max documentary?
20 for 20?
No, it's
Are they doing Hard Knocks?
Hard Knocks, that's right. The regular season for Hard Knocks. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was that. Definitely going to be an interesting episode, though.
Sorry, I'm reading this real quick. Said, I'm just getting caught up on this myself. So
I only found out like this morning because of Pat McAfee. Like I said, or Matt McAfee, McAfee.
I was about to say Pat McCaffrey. Who the fuck's that?
yeah, right. I was rewatching a video from the 2019 draft, and he goes, "I don't have a lot to say about the Titans, but all you Titans fans might not know me because whenever they played the Indianapolis Colts, we didn't do a lot of punting." I was like, okay.
Damn.
Well, for those that do fantasy, Javonte Williams is done for the year.
Yes.
I
That
did
bitch.
see that
I don't know
Trevon
who it
Burks
is.
is going to be out for a while with turf toe. So that's kind of big news there on that rookie.
Adam, out of curiosity, how are your records across your leagues?
I'm 0-4 in one league.
Would that be my league?
No, I'm 3-1 in that league.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure I won, but let me double check to make sure. Yeah, 116 to 76.
Who'd you play, my
89.
mother?
117, 76 to 89 in that league. I know I'm reading off fantasy stats. $79 points in that league. That league sucks. That's the one I'm 0-4 in. Really got to make some changes. Oh no, I lost in that league too. So I went 2-2, and I went 2-2. I won in my dynasty league and my in Joffrey's league.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you're about the same boat I'm in. After losing by a half point on that league tonight, I am now sitting at a record of 1-3 in my oldest league, 2-2 in my newest league, and at least I got hope because I'm currently the only 4-0 team in my league.
So, do we have any closing statements? Anything? Anyone? We can stay after and bullshit too, but we've been on the air for an hour, Joe. I know you have to teach in the morning, so it's up to you if you want to head out and be the first one to close it out.
I will.
I know you're well over your 10:30 mark, so I thank you.
That's all right.
Thank you for staying along.
I've enjoyed the time, and again, I appreciate you having me on here. And yeah, Ravens Stadium, good fan experience. You know, we've talked before about how many baseball stadiums I've been to.
Big
Football, that's not.
traveler, Logan, too. Big baseball fan traveler.
Yes, I've been to
Are
like
you?
13, but this is only about the fourth football city I've been to. So, you know, again, great experience. You know, not the best, not the worst. I mean, you know, I really,
You got
again,
good
I don't
crab
have much
cake.
to compare it to.
You have
But
a podcast?
I don't. No.
Oh, you don't? Okay, you just come on and bullshit. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
like I said, I love talking sports with anybody, and you know, but again, I'm glad we were able to go. And you know, again, like I said with the Bills, I really think that it's Super Bowl or bust for them, and that's the attitude of the team. Great team effort yesterday. Again, no superstar performances, just a great team effort, and that's you know, Super Bowl team. That's what you got to do. So you know, we'll see what happens from there, and again, we're pretty optimistic here.
So, Joe, is this your first football stadium away from Buffalo?
I've been to the New York stadiums as well. Obviously, you know, see to the old Giant Stadium. Saw that. I think I told you this before. Saw the last Jets game at Shea, and but yeah, this is it. Really, besides Buffalo, New York, uh, this is the only stadium I've been to.
Naturally, you're gonna like your park better than the other park, right?
Yeah, I mean Buffalo. You know, pretty much. I saw you know the Bills Jets about 3 years ago at MetLife, and a good experience there. But yeah, to me, you know, Buffalo is just a great experience. Again, not even being biased, it's just a good. You know, obviously the people know the tailgating that happens there and Bill's Mafia, and it is as advertised. You know, and it's a great place. But again, Baltimore, I liked it. It's a beautiful stadium, easy to get to, and good experience there as well.
Sweet.
So yeah, I very much appreciate you having me on, and again, it was nice meeting you guys as
Well,
well.
Joe, if you don't mind, I would absolutely love to have you on for like a 5-10 minute spot to jaw jack when the Jets and Bills play each other here in a couple weeks.
That would be awesome.
I'll have to get your link off of the Adam at the end of the episode.
Yeah, that'll be totally fine. I don't know
All
if you
right.
could see it in the chat, but I could put it in there. But that's on Twitter. But if not, you know, Adam can get it to you.
Right. Well, Joe, I know you got to scooch because you got to teach in the morning, and I thank you greatly for coming on.
Yeah, my
As
pleasure.
always, good stuff. We're gonna have to do another baseball one. I don't know. I know we still got the 2000 2009 to go, Logan. I know we still have that one to do. Joe, I don't know if you'd be interested in coming back for that one.
Definitely. Again, I always appreciate when you have me on.
You can
I
only
know,
limit to two Mets players. So, or actually just one. It's either David Wright or Jose Reyes. So,
As far as all time,
yeah.
yeah, we talked about that before. But
No, well, I mean, this is just 2000 MLB debut to
Oh, yeah,
2009
that's right.
MLB debut.
okay,
So,
Or
that's where we
Duda.
are.
something for me to think about there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Ryan's back from Florida, and we're gonna get that going. Then I imagine we can do a little playoff talk too.
Definitely, yeah, count me in.
Big
So
things
let's
coming.
do it. Let's see what we got going on. Logan, I know your schedule is getting a little hectic, right, with playoffs starting.
Oh, yeah. Josh and I just announced that we're doing a watch along with Ryan, which is now official. We're playing the Phillies in the playoffs and the wild card spot. So we'll be doing some watch alongs with that. Probably go on BSing Sports for that one too. We're probably going to do we're going to do a lot of recaps. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to try to get
Well, you
Adam.
guys could have done like the home games at each other's podcast home.
Well, all three of the wild card games are going to be in St. Louis.
Oh,
So,
really?
I mean, we
You're
can
not
do that.
doing 2-1?
No, it's because they're doing all three games together. There are no off days.
That's weird.
I kind of like it though.
That's the new
Yeah, because
setup.
you get all the
Yeah.
home games. Why not?
Yeah. I don't want to spend 5 days doing a wild card series, best of three.
What
All
is
right,
it? Best
guys.
of 3.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
see you,
cut out.
Joe.
All right,
All right,
thank you,
Joe,
guys.
man, take it easy, buddy. We'll talk. I'll keep up.
Definitely.
All right.
Thank you again.
Looks like I'm going to a baseball game tomorrow. A friend of mine wants me to pay for $180 seats at in left field, which are cheap, but I don't care to.
Get the $12 ones and try and move up.
I was gonna say I don't care to even. I don't care to like. I think it's gonna be a one in a $45,000 or 45,000 chance. Not even that, maybe of actually getting the home run. I'd rather just go get the cheap seats and see it. Also, I don't want to have to fight anyone. Listen, I know I don't look it. I know I look like a young, spry, sexy, beautiful man. But inside this body is a very old, fragile man who's got a lot of nucleuses that just don't want to move anymore. And if I get punched in the face over a baseball, I don't care how expensive the ball is. I will cry in the middle of the I'll be drinking my beers and I'll just be crying. And it's just not worth it.
Oh, shit was starting to get real deep in here for a second, but luckily he brought her right back down.
I was thinking, I was about to bring up this reminds me of when my uncle used to just slap me around and be like, "You'll never be enough," and then the next day he was like, "I still hate you," and no, I'm kidding. That was my dad.
Redhead stepchild.
He said, "When are you going to be a man and move out?" And I said, "I'm 3." And he said, "That's no excuse.
Get a job, you bum."
There's a freaking fly here, and it's freaking me out. I just killed it with my bare hands. That's how manly I am, and I just threw it across the room.
You should have put it on camera and be like, "I got the fly, bitch."
I got it with my fingers. I killed the fly with this thumb. What's up, Adam? Ooh, hello,
What's up, Melissa? The Niners. It's part of the Niner faithful.
What were you gonna say before Diners? You're what?
It's part of the Niner faithful.
Okay.
What's up, Melissa?
I thought you got stuck on Pornhub too.
Jesus Christ, no.
Looking at that little profile pic bubble that popped up. I didn't know 49ers fans came that cute.
Oh my god. Melissa.
Oh,
She's
God.
on Gina.
Hold on. Wait a second, Melissa.
Jesus, Logan.
Hey.
Jeez.
What the hell are you doing?
What the fuck?
What the hell? She just put a witch. It's a gypsy.
No,
curse,
she's
isn't
putting
it?
up the she's putting up big plays from the game tonight.
Oh, Talana Hufanga Diomong. I don't know.
Big play Dre, Tonaloa, Hufanga, Diamador Lenoir. What,
I think
what the fuck?
I think if we were in Salem, we would have been already burned at the stake for witchcraft.
Oh,
Okay, so
I know the Niners won. Was the final 24-10? I was doing a victory show, Melissa. I was not watching the game. I cheated. But
I'm still trying to decipher what that is.
defensive players for the Niners.
Oh,
But they did have a big game. I take it the Rams did not score.
no.
Just 3 field goals by Matt Gay.
Final was 24-9.
Yep, 3 field goals by Matt Gay.
Okay.
And the Niners got a pick 6. Melissa, Gina is going live tomorrow night. We're going to be doing this.
Yeah, why is Gina not on this one? Seems like it would have
know.
been perfect for her.
Because the Niners hadn't won yet.
Gina. You know what?
No.
You disappoint me sometimes, Gina. Pick 6, Hufanga.
Yes, on the switch. Do you want to switch to her other comment, Adam? Because yeah, that fact there lost me on my parlay this week.
Oh, no TDs for LA. Okay.
Yeah, not even
want-
the unstoppable Cooper Cup was able to get into the end zone this weekend.
Do we invite Melissa on?
Sure, why not? Her team won.
If she puts another witchcraft spell on me before this game tomorrow, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to figure that out because I'm like, okay, she's talking in so it's Samoan and then French at the end.
Ooh. Oui.
Hold on, Melissa. You can come on. Hold on. Just invite everybody on. Let's go.
Get the entire 49ers fan base in here.
I wonder if Paul Hope's awake.
I think he was at the watch party.
I think Bob Hope has been dead for 60 years.
Paul Hope. He's a member of 49er Faithful UK.
Oh.
A buddy of me and Adam's.
Nice.
Shit.
Apparently a buddy of Melissa's as well.
Well,
Well, I mean, it's part of the Niner faithful.
oh, it's Jabba. She's speaking Jabba the Hutt.
Oh my dog.
There's another fly. It's smaller though. It's probably more quick. I have enough blood on my hands, on my fingers.
Do you?
What? Yeah. Oh, I thought you just beat the shit out of your dog right there. I was like, okay.
I invited her. Let's see. Melissa, I sent it to your Twitter.
Just just turned into Michael Vick's backyard real quick.
I'm not killing my dog.
Whoa. He wasn't home at the time. It was his cousin.
Oh shit! Wonder if we get Tom to get in here too. You know, he went to the game tonight. He was at Fenway Park. Did in the gate for me tonight again. Logan, that's the thing you want to do. In the gate from Texas Stadium tomorrow. Just video around the stadium for me and then send it to me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Brandon would kill me if I did content for you. he was. I don't know. Maybe I'll play both sides. I'll get a bidding war going. If I caught 62, I'd be like, okay, who really wants me? I just keep the ball right here and be like, listen, you little fuckers.
Here's what I would ask for. If I caught that ball, I would ask for a picture with Judge and MLB to sign off that I'm in the picture with Judge holding the ball, and that way my picture is in Cooperstown with Judge and that ball.
Oh, I wouldn't care about Cooperstown.
Yeah, I just would want to make sure my name got out there forever.
Oh yeah.
I think I would ask for everything paid off in my house because that ball's gonna be worth a lot more than everything I owe.
I'd ask for $62,000 for it and a new car.
Adam, just tell them you want the Tom Brady deal. 1 Bitcoin.
Oh gosh. I mean, I would ask for money for sure. I'd probably ask for like season tickets of St. Louis and free games for life at Texas Ranger Stadium behind home plate. And get to make out with Justin Verlander's wife. That's non-negotiable.
How bad do you want this ball?
Kate Upton would be like, why the fuck am I making out with this guy again? Aaron Judge hit a home run. What the fuck? You didn't read the fine line in the marriage contract, sweetie. You're owned by Major League Baseball now.
Logan, I think you'd be set for life. Jesus. Oh man!
Did you see that there was some guy, the Giants guy, who always he goes to every Giants game at McCovey Cove, and he's going to the games in Texas, and he said if he catches the ball, he's going to sell it back to Judge if he signs a contract with the Giants next season. I'm like, yeah, you have fun with that.
Oh, that's right. This is a good way to be a free agent, huh?
Yeah, right. And he could be winning the Triple Crown.
There she is.
Okay, yeah, I'm way off.
Hello.
Hello, Melissa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Sorry, I had a mix up. I had to make coffee because it's late here, and I spilled it everywhere because I got too excited.
That's been going around a lot tonight, apparently. Especially with Jeffrey.
So you were asking what I was saying in the chat? Or
Big
typing
play.
in the chat? His nickname is Big Play Dre. Jay Greenlaw.
Okay.
We'll definitely be going over this tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Come on.
Aww.
Yeah, she does cameos whenever on my show because she knows she can get away with it.
Yeah, thank God my dog's a bit older because all she does is lay on the couch.
My dog's fucking 6.
Mine's almost 9.
No.
I have much older dogs than both of you. Then,
So, Melissa, what'd you think of the Tua incident?
I think it's beyond fucked up. I don't think that he should have been allowed to play again on Sunday, let alone play on Thursday. But that's just me. I don't understand how they can say it was a back ankle injury, bypass concussion protocol, and then play him twice, and then go, oh, all of a sudden it's only a concussion on Thursday. Like McDaniels should be played for that comment.
Well, from what I'm hearing, or from what was reported, is that he did go through concussion protocol and passed all of the cognitive tests to get rolled back into that Buffalo game. Do I think he should? As someone who's suffered through 8 of them, I think he should have. But no, I think that should have called his night there. But
Yeah, but even let's say it wasn't a bad concussion on Sunday, the very fact that he was even put through the protocol, was allowed to play on Sunday and then played on Thursday, they shouldn't have allowed that. Like, you keep saying that this league wants to protect against concussions, against head injuries. That's only why defenders have like a small window they're allowed to tackle in. Like, it's a really bad look. And that the fact that you allow players like a Nick Bosa to be yanked around by their neck game in and game out and to be tackled down by their throats, it's a really, really, really bad look.
We might see Paul. He's like, I gotta be at work in 5 hours, but it's 4:30 in the morning. He just messaged me.
Well, it's only preseason, but we're already seeing a Connor McDavid hat trick.
It's early.
I love Paul so much. He's a good guy.
Has he been on your shows?
I've been around him on his show, so yeah.
I love how he does that thing with the vets USO shows.
Mm-hmm.
Logan, how old are you?
25.
And you've got James Dean and Marilyn Monroe behind you.
Well, duh.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? You don't have to be old to appreciate what you appreciate.
I love the Snickers commercial where the guy's underneath and he's like, yeah, like I'm not going to hold the fan.
Oh, shit. You got James Dean and Marilyn Monroe behind you while I'm sitting here almost a decade older, and I'm sitting with Psylocke and Nightcrawler.
You should see who's in front of me. Never mind. It's also Marilyn Monroe.
So you're a Monroe fan.
Are you excited for Blonde?
Oh, I've already seen the good parts.
Have you not heard of Kate trying to make out with Kate Hudson if he catches that ball?
Oh my God.
Kate Upton, not Kate Hudson.
Isn't that?
I mean, fuck, I'd be trying to make out with her, too.
Not going to make out with Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Isn't Kate Hudson Verlander's wife?
Kate Upton.
Kate Upton.
Upton, Jesus.
Gosh, get your facts right,
Get your
Jack.
Kates in order.
Get your Kates
Wait,
in
what's wrong with Kate Hudson? She's freaking hot, too.
Because I honestly, she looks way too much like Goldie Hawn right now, and I don't like Goldie Hawn. I mean, who does, actually? This fly is going to die soon.
I do.
I mean, back in her prime, freaking Goldie Hawn was freaking hot as hell, too.
Maybe it's because I watched that movie with her and Steve Martin where she's like a little bit of a butthead, and I don't know, she's just way too kooky.
Dude, go back and watch the original Charlie's Angels. That's all I'm saying.
Farrah Fawcett?
What?
Wait, am I mistaken? I thought
I
Goldie
think
Hawn
you're
was...
thinking of I think you're thinking of Farrah Fawcett.
Possibly. I got to Google this shit now.
If you're thinking of the one with the poster,
Oh my god.
like Farrah Fawcett's not children, so. I had that
Oh
poster.
my
I don't know what
God.
happened to it. I think my dad took it away.
So
Now it's
Logan
worth
was trying to
$1
talk
billion.
about Cowboys all night, and he's a huge fan.
Shit.
You're a Cowboys fan?
He lives
Barely.
right next to the stadium.
I'm a non-fan who cares, okay?
Okay, so then I have to ask you, as a non-fan who cares, do you stick with Cooper Rush?
This
No.
this
He's
is a
already
hot
been
topic
asked this.
tonight.
No, you can't. It would just, I honestly think it would feel worse if they just sat Dak at this point. It would just feel
Okay.
worse. Just like, oh, you're wasting all that money just so he can get, ass chiggers. Like he's going to have to get a pillow so that way he doesn't get blisters on his asshole.
Wasn't Holly Berry part of the original Charlie Angels?
Who?
Okay, but so let's say that the Giants actually beat the Packers in London, and you guys switch back to Dak and you lose. That's not going to create more drama.
We're going to lose with Dak no matter what. And like I said, Jerry Jones is gonna stick with it because he knows best. He's just always gonna be that way.
Okay, and let's say Odell Beckham Jr. gets healthy and the Rams don't want to pay him what he wants to be paid. Does Jerry Jones take a swing at him?
It would piss me off if he gave up Amari Cooper and then he goes out and gets Odell Beckham Jr., who gets injured pretty easily too.
Okay, so what happens if all the Giant receivers keep falling like flies and he goes back to the Giants and then they end up winning the East?
Never gonna happen. There is no. Look,
I think they should get another quarterback before even considering
You're really
getting
telling
Odell.
me it's beyond impossible with Kenny Galladay being what Kenny Galladay is, Sterling Shepard being the constant injured player, and Richie James being their main receiver right now.
It's a shame what happened to
Look.
Kadarius Tooney too.
There are always
He was
constants
so hot
in
last year, and
football.
then all of a sudden he just turned into a.
There are three constants in football.
all I'm
One,
gonna say
the
is
Cowboys are going to disappoint me every year. Number two, Tom Brady is going to be, Tom Brady, and he's still going to somehow win a Super Bowl when he's on a crutch and, he's got like half his leg blown off. And then the last one is the Giants are going to have a big, massive, like shit in their pants moment. And then they're going to fire their head coach like after the second week of the fuck up.
I think we have a better chance of seeing Prince Harry sit on the throne than we do of seeing Odell Beckham go back to the Giants.
Really?
I mean,
And let me tell you, that's a fucking extremely long, like 7,000 mile freaking stretch.
I think
Harry's already what, sixth in line?
Williams is going to be next. Apparently the Queen, before she passed, signed Charles to only go onto the throne till he was 80, and then it was to be passed on to Prince Williams.
Well, I think Harry, he sits on the pot like everyone else. I mean, he's got a shit on the throne too.
But it goes.
He's got a golden toilet, but it still flushes like everyone else's.
Right now,
Okay,
the line
so-
of succession is Charles, William, Charlotte, George, whoever their third kid is.
I thought Charlotte was the second child.
Wait, George
I'm
is older
sorry.
than Charlotte?
I thought we were talking about American pastime here.
Yes, I'm just saying that.
Okay,
Britain's got no talent.
so I have a question.
and no
Are
taste.
are you actually afraid of Thanksgiving? Because my dearest hope is that the Thanksgiving tradition is that you constantly lose on Thanksgiving.
Listen, there are 4 constants in life.
Getting to
I
watch
mean,
Cowboys are-
you lost to the Bills, you lost to the Commanders, you lost to the Raiders, and now it's the Giants' turn.
I am a winner all Thanksgiving, except for whenever I watch the Cowboys play. But I also win because I know that they're going to lose. Just like I know Dak Prescott
Leon Lett,
run
biggest
the ball
name
with
ever.
13 seconds
Miami
left.
Dolphins, Leon Lett sliding in the snow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was one of the weirdest games I ever watched. The snow in the middle of the field during that game.
Oh, the Thanksgiving where he should have
Yeah.
just let the ball go, and he goes in
And he dove and touched it, and then the Dolphins covered it.
Oh my gosh!
All right, Adam, I hate to say it. This has been fun, but
You hate to say that it's been. Oh, never mind.
I gotta get to bed here because I got to be up at 7. It's now almost midnight.
I got to get up at some point tomorrow. I guess before 7:00
In the evening.
in the evening.
Oh yeah,
5
you got
minutes.
a ball game to go to now.
Apparently,
So Jeffrey, who are you a fan of?
Joffrey
Joffrey, sorry.
and diehard gangrene.
I can't believe she got your
Jets
name wrong.
fan?
Yes.
Devin
Melissa
Booker.
lives in New York, New Jersey.
I live in New Jersey. Please get that right.
I'm sorry. I was thinking. I always think of the stadium, and I was like New
And
York.
my last name is Stoney. Get that right, fuck ass. No, I was gonna call you something else, but that's. I was like, yeah.
I'm sorry. When I okay, well, you like Maryland. I love as time goes by. So whenever I see that particular spelling of that name, I always think of Jeffrey Palmer. So that's why I pronounce it that way. But
Every time I see
Yeah.
a blonde person, I think of Richard
Unfortunately,
Donner.
my name gets bastardized
Jeffrey
a lot.
Dahmer.
Like Joffrey.
I
the
apologize.
giraffe from Toys R Us.
Or Game of Thrones.
I never
In a
watched
good
Game
way.
of Thrones, so I don't know what you're referencing.
I just know that I just know about the dick kid. Not that
Well-
Joffrey is our Joffrey is a dick.
Well, wait.
kid.
Wait.
What?
The only thing how is it the only thing you know about Game of Thrones is that Joffrey was a dick when you started it?
So there are 6 constants in life. I'm gonna start
come on,
Game of
Corbin.
Thrones. The first episode I tried to watch it, and the first episode I saw was the Red Wedding, and I was like, well, this was a letdown. I don't get this show. Like, everyone died. Why do I even care about this show? And then they were like, no, you idiot. You started in the 4th season. I was like, oh, well,
That's
that's
Well, I mean,
third
at
season.
least you made it out out of the end of the series there, Tormund.
I think you just called me an Eskimo hooker.
Okay, the way Melissa just shook her head, I know Adam has no clue, and I know Logan
I
has
just hear
no
asking
clue.
about Hooker, and I'm
The
laughing.
way Melissa started shaking her head, I can't tell if she got that reference or not.
I got it.
Okay.
And I hate that show, by the way.
Yeah, I hate porn too.
I mean, he's not wrong. There was a decent amount of that mixed into the show too.
No, I hate specifically Sophie Turner.
I
So
pass on ass all the time.
when she's
Well, not
like
all the time.
begging for a harsher rape scene in a TV show, that kind of was like beyond the point where I couldn't watch that show.
Tell me about your childhood.
To be fair on her end with that, the show, if you read the books up to the treatment that she got, the character that she stepped in for with that, if you read the books, the way the character was treated in that scene that was discussed was actually extremely watered down on the series.
I'm
So
just saying,
Georgia-
I really don't like Sophie Turner. So, and
I don't even know who she is, so I have no say in this.
she's a really obnoxious redhead that has no talent. That was in the X-Men movies.
Logan's like in shock.
It's my future wife, you asshole.
She's also married to
I'm
Joe
gonna make
Jonas.
out with her whenever I catch
Oh my god,
Judge's
she's
home
married
run.
to a boy band member.
Who's she
You
married
can't say
to?
anything bad about her.
One of the Jonas brothers. I think Joe.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
She
a Taylor
is.
Swift song?
Yeah, she was hooking up with one of the Jonas brothers at one point too. I can't remember which song she wrote about him.
Sean?
I have
We
no
are
idea.
never ever getting back together. And
Was
I
was
hate
that
that.
it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought that one was.
She
never
wrote
mind,
many
I don't-
songs about Joe Jonas. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is what Taylor Swift does. So you're a real blue Jets fan.
Yeah.
No? Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. You guys are like a dying breed right now.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You are though.
Hey, I
Sorry.
just wanted to say
I
too,
live in Jersey.
and
And
had
like
successful gallbladder surgery, and he's doing well.
The
I'm
60-40
sorry, but
split.
I live in Jersey and you guys are like dying out here.
I thought all Jets fans do was rewatch, the Joe Namath Super Bowl 3.
Melissa, I'll tell you what, the 60-40 split of fans at Acrisure last night would beg to differ.
So where do you live then? Do you live in Jersey? Because I live in Jersey and I hate to tell you, but North Jersey, there's not that many Jet fans anymore.
Yes,
I live
let's
in
get your
Pittsburgh.
exact let's get your exact address on live internets.
I'm not
This
giving
will
my
not
exact.
backfire.
Well, I live about 45 minutes outside of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
He lives right by me.
I need
and-
longitude and latitude.
I live right outside of the Garden State Plaza, and I hate to admit to you, but this state is mostly Jets fans, Pittsburgh fans, Cowboy fans, and Philly fans.
Okay, two of the five make no sense.
How does it not make sense? Most of South Jersey is Philly fans. Most of
Philly was not one of the two that no. Philly makes sense.
Philly's
Okay.
right there. What? Philly's like
Cat-
what? A
cat
half
Makes
hour.
sense.
Cowboy-
Melissa, you like half hour. out of Philly?
Cowboy fans invade everywhere. The Giants are, of course, because they fucking won a Super Bowl in every decade since the 80s. And Pittsburgh is just one of those things that invades, I guess, just like the Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys Cowboys fans take their roles way too seriously. They think of Cowboys as like literal, like they go around conquering all states, thinking that they need to. Like, oh,
Yeah, Steelers are just states, and the Steelers are just the most delusional fan base in the NFL. So
Okay, and if the Jets had 6 Super Bowls, wouldn't they be everywhere too?
no, because even Jets fans hate the Jets. I think I'm one of the few that doesn't do nothing but shit on them.
and if my grandma had any wheels, she'd be a school bus because everyone was riding her.
Okay, so let me guess. You live and die by all the Jet fans on WFAN because I hate the Jet fans on WFAN.
No, as a Jets fan, I fucking hate Jets fans.
Okay, good. So then you hate Greg Carton, and I hate Greg Carton, so you have something in common.
All I'm gonna say is Rich Criminy can fucking suck my ass.
You're still on Pornhub, aren't you?
Who, me?
Do I need to say anything
No.
further than my shot against Rich Criminy?
I don't know. You're the one who said suck his ass, so or he can suck your ass. So I mean,
Is that
I
a
know
Pornhub
Judge.
search.
Yeah, Rich can suck my ass. Ooh, wow, that's a lot.
You could probably search everything we talked about, and something's gonna come up. You could probably type in Game of Thrones on there, and I guarantee you're gonna get a bunch of shit, and you're gonna be like, "Wow, they did a lot of reenactments."
Oh, there's definitely a bunch of Game of Thrones parodies on there.
I think it's good. It's a lot of gay porn, isn't
So
it?
can I ask you, what did you make of DJ Reed shitting on Salah in your defense?
Who the fuck is DJ Reed?
A former Niner, a former Seahawk, who happens to be currently on your team because Robert Salah is bringing in every burnt out former Niner. Well, it's true. Look, they got Quan Williams. They brought in Ronnie Blair. They brought in DJ Reed. They
a lot of X.
I mean, there's tons of X-Niners all over freaking
Logan's looking at
MetLife.
Logan, I wonder if you could type in like Marilyn Monroe and see what comes up.
I have no opinion on that other than
he does not look like Marilyn. But I'm still gonna watch it.
See, because I didn't even realize I thought he was like third string. Which is where I was going to say, yeah, he's just shitting on them because he's not good enough to be on the top team, but apparently he is. So that just proves to me he's a fucking idiot. Salah obviously knows what the fuck he's doing. His move yesterday, moving Elijah Vera Tucker from guard to tackle, is what saved us that game.
Okay.
This is a very disappointing search.
Logan, it's
the biggest thing Salah needs to do to fix the defense is get rid of the defensive coordinator and run the defense his damn self. Because obviously, looking at the success he had with you motherfuckers over in San Francisco, he knows what he's doing on a defense.
Don't talk about your mother like that, you asshole.
You clearly have never seen a Niner game in your life, and I pity your soul if you actually allow Salah to take over your defense.
I think we can all pretty much pity ourselves and all our souls. I mean, we have a Cowboys fan, a non-fan, a Jets fan, a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and a 49ers fan.
I mean, ain't none of us winning the Super Bowl this year, so.
The Cowboys are with Cooper Rush. Someone needs to take a baseball bat to Dak's ankle again.
Look, Logan, after what the words that just came out of your mouth, please hook me up with your dealer because he's apparently getting shit.
Logan, is this what happens when you go to St. Louis and come back to Texas? You're badass.
Yeah, right. I've had a lot of pent up. I spent too much time by myself. I was like, oh, well, it's just me, myself, an old lefty. Oh, wait, that's my right hand.
You guys are crazy.
Oh, gosh.
So how do you live in Pennsylvania and become a Jets fan?
Easy. The current owner of the Steelers is a fucking asshole. He doesn't back his coach the way that the reason I don't like the Steelers and will not root for them until Art Rooney Jr. is out of the picture is because he does not back Tomlin the way that Dan backed Cowher unconditionally. The way that Art Sr. backed Noel unconditionally.
So you're a non-Pittsburgh fan just because you don't like your owner?
Pretty much. It's also the reason why I won't root for the Pirates.
Well, Bob Nutting's a piece of shit, but anyway, we're not going to talk about that.
The greatest rivalry in the.
We have a town waiting to love baseball, and he elects not to spend any money and bring anyone in here. It's fucking bullshit.
That's why you need a salary floor.
No, we do not need a salary. We need an owner to pay fucking people money.
This guy gets it. This guy gets it.
No, you do not need a salary in baseball. It's going to ruin it, and you can't do it. What are you going to do? What are you going to go tell? You're going to go tell Corey Seager and Mark Simeon, hey, we're at a salary cap, so you can't get what we're going to pay you.
I don't want a salary cap. I want a salary floor. I think each team needs to be able to have some sort of a competitiveness. You can't just have 30 years of just, fucking right off and saying, oh, well, next year we're going to be good.
No, the baseball needs both salary cap and salary floor.
I don't know. I don't know why I don't like the cap. Maybe it's just because I hate it in football, but
So, Adam,
But
what do you
anyway-
think of Pickens coming in?
This town has life. It's kind of like whenever you guys got Trey Lance in.
Yeah, looking at week 2 versus tonight, I think San Fran has life now that Jimmy G's back, as opposed to Trey Lance being in.
We'll save this debate for tomorrow. I'm not getting involved in this.
I'm not touching that right now. I'm just gonna enjoy my team one, and you really do not want Jersey at you, because I will come at you full force and make you wish that you never had mentioned that ever.
So
Ever.
What, that Jimmy G's better than Trey Lance?
Oh boy.
Can you say it
Well,
again?
Jimmy
but slower?
G does have more playoff wins than the Steelers have in the last decade as a Niner.
I'm sorry. I think you guys have hyped Trey Lance up way too much. He's not as good as you're making him out to be.
Okay, and Zach Wilson is a piece of crap quarterback that you were lucky to win with. So
We're just being mean now.
Zach Wilson will bang your mom.
Zach Wilson's unproven. Zach Wilson's unproven as well. Between the two, though, I see more potential in one than the other.
Logan, you all right, buddy?
okay, and when Jimmy Garoppolo becomes your quarterback next year, we'll see how you feel about him then.
I don't know why.
Dude,
we
I
can't
would
be
love to
classy
have
about
Jimmy
this.
G on the Jets.
Guy? Because Jimmy Garoppolo is destined for MetLife. I just don't know which team he's going to end up on, the Jets or the Giants.
Listen, Daniel Jones is starting to turn it around and run the ball like crazy again. As long as he don't
Honestly,
get a long
I
run,
see
he's going
Jimmy
to fall
G
over
heading
at the
to-
20.
Unfortunately, his next spot, once he's done with the Niners, I see Jimmy G going to Denver, where
Daniel-
good quarterbacks go to die.
Daniel Jones could
You
be
do
playing
realize
by
that Denver
himself on the
just
field,
paid Russell Wilson,
and
right?
he would still find a way to fumble.
Which
and
means
lose
he's got
himself.
1, maybe 2 years max left on his career.
Wow, you.
We got into this talk earlier where maybe Russell Wilson was the problem.
He prefers to go by the name.
Russ.
What's his new nickname that he wanted to go by? Unlimited. Have you seen that video? Hey,
Nice.
my name's no
What's the
longer
deal?
Russell Wilson, man. My name is Unlimited. Remember when I won that one Super Bowl?
Oh, my
That was
gosh.
Mr. Unlimited.
Remember when I
please.
threw the interception to Leroy
Please.
Butler instead of giving it to Marshawn Lynch?
Marshawn Lynch, who is like the greatest.
Okay, first off, it was Malcolm Butler. Second of all, why the fuck did you have to mention the New Jersey Super Bowl that was so awful? It was not watchable except for Bruno Mars performing at halftime.
Was it that bad?
It was
Bruno Mars
that
Literally being on
bad.
Cold City, dude. This
Bruno
Super
Mars
Bowl
at
is not
halftime
meant
made
to be
it
played
more
in Cold
unwatchable.
City.
Peyton Manning freaking fumbled the ball right off the bat, and it was downhill from there.
Like,
It was one of the absolute worst Super Bowls to ever have to watch.
Oh, you're talking
And the
about
very
Super
fact-
Bowl 50.
And the very fact that that Super Bowl was in my home state makes me puke, because, oh, that was awful.
Like New York's already a mess. Now you're putting a Super Bowl.
Can
in
we
there.
talk about how, for some reason, Rihanna is doing the Super Bowl halftime show? Why?
Well, let's see, because
Can she do Sledgehammer so that way I can beat my brains out to the thought of that song?
let's see, because she just had a baby, because she probably is going to release an album right afterwards or right beforehand, because they want to just use every
I mean,
pseudo popular
How-
female, and they've been begging her for years, and she finally said yes now because she's out of the limelight.
See, I'm completely against the trend of what they're doing with the halftime show. Like,
Uh-huh.
you go to an NFL game all year. What do you hear? Hard rock, metal.
well, last
You
year
know,
they had
why
such
don't
a
you
great.
get one of the bands that you're playing during your fucking games
They-
to come do your halftime show instead of these pop sellout fucking whatever the fucks?
All right, I'll come and play at the halftime show. You didn't.
Because most of the fans are male, and because they think they want to see a female perform perform at halftime, so that way they have something to gaga at. Maybe.
Justin Timberlake's halftime show was pretty badass when he walked around in the crowd in Minnesota.
Oh, you did not just say that.
And he just ripped Janet Jackson's fake tits off.
You know what? I will say thank you for Justin Timberlake's halftime show for one reason.
Oh, he did the Prince thing?
No, after that fiasco, it actually brought rock to the halftime show for the next 7 years.
Justin Timberlake did the Minnesota one.
When he ripped Janet's tit out, what
No,
was the
that
next
was-
few
wasn't
years?
that a different one?
Rolling Stones, Tom Petty.
2003, right? Tom Petty had.
Wasn't that Justin Timberlake one a different one?
Justin
No, he
Timberlake
did
had
that.
2 Super Bowl freaking appearances,
the one in
and he should
Minnesota
never
and the
had
one in
either
Miami,
one of
right?
them.
I think the only reason we should bring Justin Timberlake back is if he does In Sync at the Super Bowl halftime show.
You do realize that Justin Timberlake is like almost suitably buried after the whole Free Britney thing, right? Do you actually think the Super Bowl is going to touch that again? With Deshaun Watson being in the league right now and all his issues?
What issues? No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
just told the Super
Kidding.
Bowl in Cleveland.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just told the Super Bowl in Cleveland.
You think he knows a good massage therapist?
I don't know,
guys
but I
are
see a bunch of them starting to pop up in Cleveland now.
You guys are so bad. Oh my god.
He knows his way around the table, that's for sure.
I want one of them shirts from Cleveland.
No.
What, the one that says massages are consensual?
No, it says give me a massage, bitch.
Oh gosh.
Some guy was selling them outside the stadium the other day. There's a picture of them. I was like,
Seriously?
what is this guy selling?
Is
I just
that a
thought it was
real
funny.
thing? Is
What?
that for real?
That shirt?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all real.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's real.
Excuse you.
What are you doing, goofball?
Are you putting peanut butter on right now, Adam?
No, I was petting my dog.
Is that why your dog is growling?
No, she wants to go out, I think. I don't know what the fuck she wants. She knows at like 11:30 it's like open the damn door.
Oh
just
my
a white-
god.
It's just a
Bitch
white
can-
light.
Oh my god.
I told you it was a
It's
shirt.
even better that it's on an orange shirt.
Yeah. Originally, that shirt was meant for me. Guy pulled me into his room and he said, "Bitch, give me a massage." And I was like, "Where?" And he said, "You know where." So I gave him a head massage. He didn't like that. Oh gosh.
Oh my lord.
I'm glad I let my show get out of line.
Then I shoved my hand up his asshole and played him like a puppet.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer's Last Night Alive.
Oh my goodness.
Come here. Come here, little boy. Told you, we're going to watch a movie. Then we're going to play a game. Spoiler alert, he was a bad guy.
Count the paper, boy.
Yeah, Adam and I don't need to watch that show because we lived through it.
What?
What?
The Jeffrey Dahmer shit that they got on whatever the Hulu. You and I don't need to watch that because we remember the fucking trial.
I was, yeah.
Adam has firsthand experience.
I do not have firsthand experience, but but how they found him dead in the jail, that should be never forgotten.
What,
thought
with
it-
the broom handle stuck up his ass and out his mouth?
Yeah,
Nice.
I think he was hung too, right?
No, they just drop kicked the mop handle clear up his ass and out his fucking throat.
Would you rather see the picture of Elvis Presley when he was found dead or Jeffrey Dahmer when he was found dead?
I know we found Jeffrey Dahmer.
Elvis was found slumped over the shitter.
He died on the throne like the king should.
You know,
What's your deal?
They couldn't say the same for Queen Elizabeth because she was wearing diapers at that time.
My lord.
I know some of you might be saying, "Wow, that's disrespectful," but guess what? America. So we're born to disrespect.
Look, that's why Harry's not going to be part of the throne ever. He married an American, and we whooped their fucking ass in 1776. Do you think they're not fucking ever going to forget that?
Better not.
And then give America back to us. I mean, give UK to us by letting Markle get a piece of that throne.
It's a shit that like
The reason
got
Harry's
the
never going to get the
last
throne is
laugh
I
because
mean,
the
she
throne's
wasn't
got
even
two
she
heads.
wasn't even invited to the Queen's deathbed.
well, yeah.
Do
Mark
you
called her
actually-
racist and was like, "Hey, fuck off."
Do you
But
actually
they kind of
think
got
that
the last laugh. That
Hold on, Melissa's
because we
talking.
tried to give them
Hold
Meghan
the
Markle,
horns.
and then we took. Okay, God.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
Melissa.
on a delay here. Apparently,
all I was gonna
Jesus.
say was, why would he want to be on the throne after what happened to his mom, though?
'Cause then he gets all the power of nothing. Actually. Oh, I always wanted a painting all over London. Now they'll finally know who my name is, what my name is.
Well, I thought I'm not getting into my theories on this show today.
Conspiracy Tuesday.
Adam, what do you
I didn't say
Adam, what
anything.
do you think of all the people trying to trade off Chase Claypool from your Steelers? 'Cause that's like one of the main things I saw all day before like the Niners kickoff. Where's Chase Claypool gonna end up?
Well, he catches that ball and probably gets a lot closer to walking in the end zone. He dropped that ball in the crowd, and we're pretty diehard fans here in Pittsburgh, and they get pissed. Joffrey was cheering that he missed it, but he knows that Claypool should have had that as well.
Yeah, that was the first interception.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was right to Claypool's fucking hands. He completely screwed that one.
Joffrey was at the game.
So I don't know.
Yeah, if you watched the game, if you watched the Steelers Jets game on TV, when they showed the Steelers bench, if you saw a glimpse of green about 3 rows back, that was me.
I did not. My father is a Giants fan, so I'm kind of forced to watch Giant games. And I'm kind of sick Saquon Barkley being like beloved by the league again, so that's my burden to bear.
Until he gets hurt week 5.
So what, you think he's going to go to London and he's going to get hurt right away?
There are 2 inevitables when it comes to an NFL season. Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley both end up on IR at the
Yeah, when's that going to happen?
both end up on IR by week 5. And the
You know what? You were
go to the NFC Championship.
Do you even have any more chip players that can end up on IR?
What's that?
I mean, do you even have any more jet players that can end up on IR? Like, isn't most of your roster always injured?
I don't even think, other than maybe Mitchell, I don't think we have anybody that's even other than Mitchell. I think we're pretty much healthy.
Mekhi Becton?
Oh fuck, I forgot about him. Shows how much of an impact he's made.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I completely forget about Mekhi Becton because he's not really made, even when he's healthy, he hasn't made an impact.
Oh my goodness.
See, the only injury I was really worried about was Wilson.
Okay.
We've got our
Jennifer
receivers
Tilly.
healthy.
So
Brees and Michael are both healthy. Both Michael Carters are healthy.
yeah, is Garrett Wilson back to being healthy, or is it just Zach Wilson that's back?
Garrett Wilson did get injured did get a mild rib injury week 3, but he's back. He's back. He played fine yesterday.
Mm-hmm. And you actually expect Quan Alexander to stay healthy for your defense? Because if you're talking about players that always end up injured, it's always Quan Alexander.
Possibly not, but I think he'll at least outlast Saquon. I think he'll at least outlast Saquon and CMC.
So far, would you say that you have the better 2 picks in the first round than the Giants? You know they're the ones winning.
Well, didn't the Giants' first round pick bust up his leg for the year and done?
I don't know if
The dude from Georgia.
They had Evan Neal, and they had Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yes, Kayvon. Yes, I forgot his name. I think he went out with an ACL, right?
I don't know. All I know is my father hates him and he hates Tony, so. And he hates Barkley, so he always hates the fifth round picks. It's the one constant in my life.
There's 7 constants in this life. There's always another constant.
And I can't believe that people actually think Evan Ingram's going to be any different for the Jaguars.
So you're asking me if I think Garrett Wilson
and Sauce,
Ahmad Gardner were better, or we which 2? Because we had 3 first round picks.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the third one.
All right, we're gonna. Looking at Kayvon Thibodeau, which great edge rush. I'll say that, but I would definitely take JJ. I think JJ's even better of at edge. And comparing offensive tackle to corner and to a cornerback or a receiver.
So have you actually been on MetLife? Because I've actually walked on MetLife, and that is the worst field of all things to ever walk upon.
I have not made it to New York yet.
It's not in New York. It's in New Jersey. Not even close.
No. Not even close.
Right
no, it's in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's not even close to New York City, let alone where they used to practice.
But it's close to New York State.
How far is it from New York City?
It's about 20 to an hour away, depending on if the tunnels are open or closed or whatever, because they're always constantly being worked on. But it's the truth.
To go to a game is a pain in the ass.
Have you ever not heard about there being half the freaking tunnels in Lincoln or George Washington or any of the freaking tunnels into New York City being worked on? I
know ridiculous. The bridges are always under construction, yes, and it's a mess.
I mean, realistically, it's even in East Rutherford, it is way closer to Manhattan than a lot of NFL stadiums are to their actual cities.
I mean, look at Foxborough.
Look at Foxborough to Boston.
Foxborough is out of Boston.
Oh my goodness!
Like an hour.
If I'm not mistaken, Arrowhead's a bit outside of the city for Kansas.
Why the fuck is it called Kansas City when it's Kansas City is in Missouri, not even in Kansas? I know a little tiny bit of it is in Kansas, but not enough to even count.
You want your head even blown even more. There's a second Kansas City actually in Kansas that's literally right next to Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So, Logan, when you were in St. Louis, did they take you to the Anus Fudge Factory?
I forgot about the Anus Fudge Factory. No, I didn't get to go see the Anus.
You should have went there.
Or
You
the
could have got
fudge.
fudge out the anus.
Let me tell you something. I had, what was it? I had some of the Ted Drew's ice cream, and then I made my own anus fudge.
Is that a Palomo jersey on your rack behind Eric Davis?
No. Okay.
Is that Trey Palomo?
What?
Mm-hmm.
I have Eric Davis. Palomalu.
Ah.
My McNally jersey for the Maulers. That Eddie DeBartolo Sr. developed.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Foote. Najee. The wild thing. Vaughn. Absolutely. Cody Allen. Shane Bieber. Bagger. Roger Clemens. The Cowgirls. Jose Lean. And then a bunch of grunt style shirts.
Did you just say the Cowgirls?
Yeah, I have a Cowgirls jersey. Felix Jones.
I have a reverse Cowgirls jersey.
Oh my god. That's not even all my Steelers jerseys either.
I'm watching the best of Pamela Anderson. It's a very short video.
Is she on a boat?
So
Tommy,
I
it's
know
about as long as Tommy Lee lasts.
I know that I hate the BB Palomalo comments for Tono Funga, but what do you think of that as a Steelers fan?
What's that? I'm sorry, my
That-
dog was doing some awkward fucking noises again.
That everyone keeps calling Tono Funga Baby Palomalo or the next Palomalo.
Who, Mink?
Just have
Hey,
a
Yes,
Melissa.
you.
Hey, Melissa,
Mm-hmm.
can I point out to you, you're giving me shit for the Jets stadiums being in East Rutherford?
Yes.
East Rutherford is a hell of a lot closer to New York City than Santa Clara is to San Francisco.
So
They, if you're going by that logic, then you're rooting for the Santa Clara 49ers because that's where their stadium is.
okay, but it's still part of the Bay, whereas in you're calling yourself the New York Jets,
Right.
and you're not anywhere
You're in New
near
Jersey.
New York. Okay,
Their
still
home
part of the Bay.
stadium's in New Jersey. It's not even in New York.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
There's only one actual New York team, and it's called the Buffalo Bills that nobody gives respect to.
Yeah,
because it's
they
all the
went
way in West
0
New
for
York.
4 and 4
Nobody
straight
gives the
Super
Buffalo
Bowls.
Bills respect. Jesus Christ. Everyone has them projected as the Super Bowl winner.
I
this
meant as a New York team, they give them no respect, which you have to agree to. Nobody actually calls them a New York team. They call them Buffalo.
She has a point.
I think
Buffalo
that's more
just
so 'cause
sounds
A
they're
lot
on
of
the
people
far
forget
top
Buffalo
end.
is in New York.
I'm sorry, but you talk about the Knicks, you talk about the Nets, you talk about the freaking Mets, talk about the Yankees, you talk about the Giants, the Jets, you talk about anything and everything around this area but Buffalo, which is actually in New York State.
I think everyone tries to forget about Buffalo, though. Like before the Bills became the Bills that are going to eventually disappoint them yet again. Like they were like, oh yeah, Buffalo is up there, but that's where all the rednecks are. I get so sick and tired of whenever they call it the New York Cowboys. I'm like, good Lord, you guys haven't even been, I don't know. Insert witty joke here. I'm too tired and running out of material here. Also, I'm watching way too much Pamela Anderson here.
All I'm
You're
going
gonna
to
have
say
to
is
go
that
something suddenly
the
coming
only
up soon.
defense I have on that is right across the river.
I'll make time.
Right across the river from Manhattan, like literally, what, 7-mile spitting distance is a hell of a lot closer than that 43 miles.
You must be popular.
You know
at
what?
parties.
All I gotta say is I will never, ever, ever like your team because they destroyed Giant Stadium and they put that disgusting tuna can in the Meadowlands that I have to look at, and it is an eyesore of all eyesores.
That was all the
All
Giants.
because you had to have those stupid little things on the end of the stadium to pretend to look like a jet.
Yeah,
I mean,
Joffrey,
it
why did you
had
do
to be
that?
fucking all gray because you guys could not stand the blue stands. So you had to put those little fins on there to make it look like a damn tuna can that was supposed to be a jet. And everything has to be beyond disgusting. And that turf is beyond disgusting. And I will never, ever, ever appreciate Jet fans because they ruined one of the nicest stadiums in the world.
Melissa, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Did Joe Namath hurt you?
No.
I mean, I know he's a horn dog. Are you one of the millions of women he's tried to hit on or something?
No. Never even met him. I've only met one former Jet, and
No,
that
you're
was
thinking
Tony.
of Ray Rice.
I've only met one former
Turn
Jet,
down
and
an
that
elevator
was
shaft.
Tony Junji when he was not a Jet.
Oh gosh.
Tony Dungy's a nice guy, I think, right? Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah. He wrote a lot of Christian books, so he has a lot of power.
He happened to be eating at the Marriott when my grandfather was visiting, and I got to meet him and get his autograph. So, for my brother.
Eating with Jeffrey Dahmer, if I recall correctly.
What is you and Jeffrey Dahmer?
I don't know.
Logan,
just
you
have
could
him
always
on-
move up here. Jeffrey Dahmer's house is still for sale.
Oh, really? Is it my lucky day? I know a guy who bought Lee Harvey Oswald's bathtub. I don't know why. I was like, really? You want to see where he, thought
Bathtub.
about
What the fuck do you need his
not-
bathtub for?
You really want to bathe in the same place where Lee Harvey was not thinking about killing Kennedy?
I'm not getting into that debate either.
He's the only one who really got through Kennedy's head.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Really blew him away.
Are you
That was-
like a stand-up comedian wannabe?
I'm not sure how I feel about the whole wannabe part. I just like to get a little crazy. No.
I don't
Adam
care.
tells
Logan
me
has one of
that-
the best intros into a show whenever he's like,
I was about to say, like, Adam typically, beats me senseless if I don't do anything right. He's like, Logan, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna say, "What's up, motherfucker?" And you're gonna say it in that high pitched voice of you, or else I'm gonna shove this dildo up your asshole. And I'm like, yes, Dad.
oh, fly to fucking Dallas and fucking shove this thing in fucking so far. Anyway,
Took him my ball sack. No,
I don't do
no,
that.
I don't want to. I was traumatized as a
Wow.
child.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
All right.
You are
Cool.
absolutely crazy.
We love Logan on this show. I do
Oh,
anyway.
good. You. Ah,
what are you watching?
that wasn't porn this time. It was just
Oh,
weird music.
well, that could have been like some weird intro.
Let's watch some polka porn. Well,
Oh my
damn it! Now I
goodness.
have to watch this polka porn. No. Okay, never mind.
Melissa, did you guys have your show tonight?
No, my show got canceled tonight because CG normally goes live on Mondays at 9:00, and the Niners
game
were
was more
on,
important.
so that's fine.
I was just
I don't have to
wondering.
deal with a bunch of crazy ass motherfucking Niner fans.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I love my circle, but the rest of them just drive me absolutely crazy.
I like my oval.
Because they're all like fire Shanahan. They're all like constantly whining and being armchair quarterbacks and armchair coaches, and it just after a while you need the hell to get away from Niner fans because they're very toxic. So
Yeah.
I love the small group I'm a part of, but the rest of them just drive me absolutely crazy.
I don't know. I took the trade from Danielle the other day.
You just need to tell them to add 20 digits to their name. They'll chill out quick.
Oh my
Okay, 20 plus 49
goodness.
equals 69.
I'm
Thank
not
you,
touch-
people.
I thought it went up because of inflation.
The 96ers.
Yeah, it's better than your crappy ass Stephen A with your stupid porn star Jimmy Crab. So
Who?
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
How did you
Stephen A.
not hear that he created the crappy porn star Jimmy all throughout the 2019 run all the way to the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Must have gargled that out of my memory.
Oh man! All right, Joffrey, you
Okay.
got to go, right?
I mean,
Get out.
yeah, I probably should get to bed.
I mean, you said it an hour ago now.
Oh no, I'm
I'm
trying
going
to.
about.
I got stuck researching something.
Are
Me
you
too.
researching Logan's words?
No. What the fuck is he doing?
Well, I was trying to pound it, but I guess you've already
Oh.
pounded it enough.
I know what he was doing either. I was like, I think he's pounding, but we've been talking about a lot of weird shit. So who knows?
No, I was sitting here reading up on the
I
agreement.
got webcams now.
I was sitting here reading up on the MetLife Stadium agreement right now. And I'm waiting to see because 2024 is the first option for one of the teams to opt out of MetLife.
And I hope to God it's the Giants because they don't need to be in that disgusting ass stadium anymore. So
Really?
it's disgusting.
The only problem is ripping down Giant Stadium to build MetLife.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, was more the Giants' idea than the Jets. Because the Jets had wanted to build their own stadium over in Manhattan.
Really? And where were they going to build it, let alone pay for it? Because they are cheap ass bastards who just want to live off of the Giants' success.
Buffalo.
I mean, if you really want to talk about any Ets that actually got the balls to leave my home state and completely become betrayers, it's the actual Nets that left and went to New York. It's not the Jets.
Wait, what?
You do realize they were the New Jersey Nets, right? And then they became the Brooklyn Nets, and then they got rid of the red and blue, and now they're at Barclays Center.
I don't pay attention to basketball, so no, I didn't know that.
You do realize Joffrey is too busy for basketball, right?
I
Too
mean,
busy
he's
for
not
the
wrong.
maintenance.
Oh my god.
Luckily enough, I'm not. I have nothing better to do with my life than to watch sports now. This is my life.
Yeah, football and hockey for me. Baseball bores the fuck out of me, and basketball just doesn't appeal to me.
Okay, bye, Joffrey. No, I'm kidding.
I would much rather watch
Have you ever
golf
been to a live
or-
basketball game?
Okay, you do realize that if you listen to sports radio, that these things just happen to be like big storylines, and especially as an Ets fan, I would think that you would understand another Ets thing going to New York.
No, because I could also care less about the Mets or the what the fuck's the
Nets.
Knicks.
Knicks.
and I definitely could care less about the Islanders or the Rangers.
Igor. No.
Oh my lord.
I'm
Hold on 1 second. Can you say that again, but slower? Oh,
Oh my god.
33 hours of no sleep.
I don't know what's worse,
I'm
your
still
jokes or
horned
you
up.
constantly
Yeah.
breaking up.
25 forever.
I don't know. They're both pretty
We
bad.
are not breaking up.
You are
Wow.
breaking up. Every like 10 minutes or so, your audio just keeps crapping out.
Well, you know what? It's either this or I have to give up.
Yeah, Adam, you're gonna have a lot of fun in the editing room tomorrow.
He doesn't edit the shit.
I mean,
We're
this is
live.
now.
We're at 2 hours and 25 minutes and 34 seconds. We're live. There's no editing. And we still have one viewer on YouTube, so someone's enjoying our banner. I don't know who.
He's like,
That's
Oh.
probably my window that's still open and I haven't used it, so that way it wasn't like double playing
Oh,
everybody's
great! So we're
business.
watching to ourselves talk. Got it.
We had a bunch, and then probably after an hour it went down, and I was like, I should probably end it. And then Melissa's like, I want to come on, and the game ended. I thought Gina was gonna pop on too. She's gone to bed. I did talk to her.
It's probably because everybody that would tune in for Gina is probably on one of the other thousands of Niner podcasts that are having overreaction shows right now.
No, Gina was just gonna come on and bullshit.
I miss Gina sometimes.
We'll save her shares tomorrow. I think. I believe that's what it said on.
Yeah,
StreamYard.
since I really doubt anyone is going to tune in for the full 2.5 hours to hear us just ragging on each other.
You never know.
Now we can take our pants
People
off.
eat this shit alive.
Oh, well then, going to bed, this has been Joffrey from Mooncutter Sportscast. You can follow me on Twitter at TJEJoker. That's TJEGEOCUR. Follow the show at Mooncutters. Definitely, if you wanted to check in on the Supernatural Rewatch show that we're launching, check us out on YouTube at Running Force Productions.
Wait,
Later.
you actually are gonna be talking about Supernatural with Jared Padalecki?
The show?
Yeah.
He's not
Wait.
talking to Jared Padalecki.
No, I'm just saying when you're talking Supernatural, you're actually talking about that horrible CW show with Jared Padalecki.
Wow.
That went on way too long, and then it was supposed to
So,
have like a sequel, prequel, and then that never happened either.
Why are you trying to hurt
Winchester
his
was
feelings?
made. Winchester
Right.
was made, and I'm pretty sure Supernatural's got a bigger fan base than the 49ers. So
You'd be very wrong.
Why are you trying to hurt him? He's a crippled man. You take away his Joe Namath. You take away his Brooklyn Nets.
besides
You
that,
take
I'm the skeptic coming into this on this project. I'm actually the skeptic that's doing more of the mythos of the creatures they're facing than actually the show. So
Oh my god.
Also, you take away his Buffalo Jets.
Wait, so you're supposed to be the one that takes pot shots at the devil and the angels and the demons and all the other crazy shit that was just for the first season, and then it just went downhill from there.
no, what we're doing is a deep dive into the mythos of the creatures that they face and the use of classic rock as a storytelling device.
Okay,
Kansas is not classic rock. It's classic shit. Carry on my wayward son. I'll be peace when you are gone.
Oh shit!
I'm kidding. I like that show. The fourth season is the best because they didn't take themselves too seriously.
I never
Any
watched any of it, so I'm staying completely the fuck out of this conversation.
any show that takes a pot shot at
Too
Bon
much of a hot
Jovi,
topic for you, Adam.
any
I never watched any of it.
any show that takes a pot
Alright,
shot at
yeah.
Bon Jovi can go kiss my ass. So
I'm not touching that one with my 10 foot pole.
Melissa, you can go crash a party right now. The Rams. I just got invited to a Rams space, whatever the hell it's called on Twitter.
oh my god, you should never touch the spaces.
Wait.
I
Spaces-
don't understand them. I don't do them. Sometimes I click in and just listen to people banner.
Okay, Adam, I will try to save you this. Spaces are about the most toxic thing that you can ever participate in.
I will
It's just
agree
a
with her on
bunch
that
of crazy ass psycho fans that just either you buy into their psychoness or you get attacked by their psychoness. It's one of the worst things that you could ever participate in. It used to be a nice forum, and then the psycho fans took over, and it's just gone downhill from there.
You know what they say, four's a crowd.
Yeah, I will actually agree with her. Anytime I've tried getting onto a space lately, they are so much bullshit.
That killed a small part of you, didn't it? Having to agree with something I said.
Oh, I think my dog wants to go out.
I smell weird right now. There's a lot of sweat, a little bit of blood. I accidentally cut myself, so
Oh my god.
bleeding out.
Oh shit. Like I said, I know nothing about the supernatural shit, so I don't talk about it. I don't know it. And I don't.
I only like
Joffrey, back to your comment in the PC there. I don't know anything about it, and I don't know. You know, I watched a little bit of The Walking Dead, and I watched Shameless. Those were like the two sitcoms I watched, or not sitcoms, but shows.
Which version of Shameless?
Shameless was fucking ruthless, dude.
Which version of Shameless?
The American version.
Okay.
the one that's
That-
more
The one where Frank
pornographic.
just runs around and fucks everything it moves.
Oh, you think William H. Macy's Frank was bad? You definitely, and like the American version, definitely check out the British.
Wait,
I got
isn't that the show with Emmy Rossum?
Yes, Emmy Rossum. Yes.
From Phantom of the Opera. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. I'm a classic guy. I'm a classical guy.
I will say this much: if you think the American version's out there and just fucking wrong, the British version is dialed up to 11.
Sweet.
I only watched
Just as long
till
as they don't
I
talk
think
much.
10, the end of 10, the one where Fiona took off after she won all that money.
Well, there was only one season after that, I believe.
I didn't see the final season.
The ending was fucking bullshit.
Okay, I'll take your word. I'm not in the mood to have it ruined because one day I do plan on watching it.
I'm not gonna say what happens at the end of it, but you're gonna be pissed.
They all die at the end. I don't know.
Joffrey, you have helped now. Jets Chaos has now gotten in on the conversation on the YouTube feed.
Wait, what?
No, that's me.
No, it ain't. It's Jets Chaos, Jeremy Kvetz.
I believe in chaos.
Well, if that Jeremy, if you said his name is,
Yeah.
you're my people.
My hands are too busy.
Jeremy's a
My
good
feet will
dude.
be doing the talking
Jets
from now on.
Chaos. Are you Jets Chaos? Are you going to talk some banner about the game on Sunday?
Jeremy, please do. Remember, Adam's a Steelers fan.
Oh, he knows. He knows. Done multiple shows with him. He knows.
I think my favorite highlight of Joe Namath was when he goes, "I really want to kiss you right now."
My goodness.
Sorry, I actually do really love Joe Namath.
That was a great moment, though, on Monday Night Football. What was her name? Lindsay or
Just happy to be 2-2 and have what looks like a real QB. What does a real QB look like? I've forgotten.
Okay, Jeremy, what did you think of the move of AVT over from guard to tackle?
Oh my goodness. I don't know who keeps more receipts, you or your coach.
I'm pretty sure the girl I hired last night, she gives a lot of receipts.
I just invited him, so he might be joining us.
Whatever.
I'm not good at this talking to Twitter or talking to freaking comments.
Yes, let's have a 15-minute conversation with
Agreed.
Jets Chaos.
Agreed.
Protecting Zach is number one priority.
Love this dude. This dude rocks, man. He's awesome. Jets Chaos, look at your Twitter. I sent you an invite.
Oh, good.
This is turning into mayhem. I love it. I love this show.
Yeah, if I can talk about any kind of football stuff, I'm happy. So, even if it is the Jets,
I'm not talking Niners. I'm saving that for tomorrow.
I didn't ask to come on here to talk the Niners. Did you?
I know.
Have I really brought up the Niners ever since I joined the chat? Just to
there he is.
be happy
What's
about
up?
my defense
up?
being good.
What's up, Jerm?
What's going on? I'm in Portland and I'm in one of these hubs where they have like 50 food trucks. So I'm in heaven right now, man. I could just all night long. I've been eating whatever I want. It's crazy.
Which Portland, Oregon or Maine?
Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, they're famous for they have these hubs. Like there's 10 of them throughout the city where they have 20 to 30 food trucks.
Is that it?
And they put out all these picnic tables. You just freaking go crazy.
How much
Is that it?
cocaine have you snorted today?
My cocaine is Philly cheesesteak.
Is that a drum? Is that a drum line in the background?
That is, that's a truck. Look,
No, it sounds like a drum line in the background with a bunch of snares and just riffing and everything in the background.
Yeah, it's odd that they're playing that kind of music. But most of them are closed now, but I'm waiting for my brother. So.
You're out of your realm. You're way out there. You're usually down in San Diego.
Well, that's why.
I know, and I was just hanging out in a bar with this Rams fan from the UK.
Oh no shit.
And but he apparently, I'm glad I was nice to him and didn't pick a fight with him because he was in the 2004 Olympics. He represented England in judo.
Damn.
Yeah, better have that guy on your freaking side, right? Holy cow.
I said, can you walk me back to the food truck cart?
They're malnourished. You could take them.
Stroff, what questions you got for him?
I mean,
Do you think when Dak Prescott comes back, do you think it's Cooper Rush's job to lose?
Nah, I think they'll let Prescott have his job back right away. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but money has a big influence. Whether they deny it or not, and they're paying Prescott a lot of money, so it'd be hard to imagine they're not going to put him back in when he's healthy.
That's all my questions.
That seems to be the heavy question of the day.
Well, I mean, you're paying mostly Ezekiel Elliott, but you should freaking be running Tony Pollard. I mean, you're paying Michael Gallup, but you keep trying to force CeeDee Lamb, and CeeDee Lamb just is a jock king, so.
Oh my God.
well, I mean, Gallup is also still coming, trying in the process of bouncing back from the ACL injury. So
He wants to talk about Elijah Vera Tucker with you.
Oh my God, this music's playing so loud. They're gonna like give you a violation for a copyright.
Honestly, I wanted to ask, do you think after
Guys, I
are
have
you
to run. I was just coming in to say hello. Thanks for having me on.
okay, never mind then.
Take care. Sorry
All
about
right,
that.
Jet.
My brother needs me to find him so I can get a lift back to where he lives.
It's nice to meet
Hey,
you.
Jaron, we'll catch up,
Take
man.
care. Absolutely. I'll see you soon.
All right.
All right.
All right, Jet Chaos stopping in. Nothing wrong with that. Sorry, Joff. We'll set something up so we can all have another Jets conversation with you two. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
He shows well
I
to
don't
watch.
think anybody actually cares how much if they're changing positions.
That guy gets a lot. He gets a lot. He's pretty big. In the podcasting world, I don't know anything else about him. I was waiting for Logan to say something smart.
Is he related to Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh my God.
On that note, I'm going to bed because it is now almost 1:00. This has been fun, guys. Hopefully, I'll get the chance to banter with y'all in the future.
Let's do it. All right, Joff, take it easy.
Yup. Later.
Bye.
Huh?
All right, guys, I'm going to end this show, but we can stay on in banner if you guys want to.
Wait, we're ending the show? I thought we already ended it.
No, I've been recording. We're at 2:40:55.
Wait, what about now? Wait, hold on. What if someone wants to come on and ask a question, and so we have to take 5 minutes to respond?
That was
Wait,
the latest
hold
I've
on.
ever.
Hold on. Jets Chaos just wrote, I thought it was smart. Protecting Zach is number one priority. Let's focus on that for a good 20 minutes.
Oh, man.
Hey, wait, hold on. Let me ask you guys this question. When
Okay.
Dak Prescott comes back,
Mhm.
is what happens if he loses? Is that Cooper Rush's job after that, or
Look, I think you ride the hot hand.
okay?
Are we good?
Wait, hold
We're
If
all
we-
hosts. You realize
if
we're
we're-
all hosts on shows right now, right?
on. We're all hosting our own show. Wait,
No,
Melissa
we're all
says,
hosts. Like Melissa hosts her own show. You host the
I
17.
don't actually have a show. I guest appear on a show every Monday. That's
you like baseball, Melissa?
no, because my family wanted me to be a Yankees fan, and I hate the Yankees because Alec Rodriguez is a Yankee. So
That's so much to unpack. So your parents were like, you're not allowed to like baseball unless you like the New York Yankees, and you were like, I don't want to be a Yankee fan. I want to be a Giants fan.
no, it's just my family. They wanted me to like one New York thing, and that was the one thing that they really cared about, and I just didn't like Alex Rodriguez, and
The only
It is
thing I
what it
liked
is.
about him was that he chewed tobacco while also chewing gum and also chewing sunflower seeds. I don't know how the fuck he did that. I have trouble just chewing tobacco. I'm like, okay. I
Maybe
think
it
I'm
was
done.
with the pouches
No, he got the real deal long cut shit.
and gum at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like I don't know how you do gum and sunflower seeds.
And then
well,
you
it's
mix in sunflower seeds.
easy because you had a pitch freaking hitter for yourself because you weren't really actually doing anything.
I guess it's good lube too, so I can go fuck myself in the dugouts.
God.
Change it before I get inappropriate. No,
when do you stay appropriate?
I don't know. Wait, let's talk about hockey now. How I don't give a
No, I'm
shit.
gonna end the show. No, we can stay on a banner. I don't give a shit.
Okay, good.
All right,
Let's talk about Newton's third.
Logan,
law.
how people get a hold of you?
I don't know. Call me on the streets. Just say, "Hey, Logan."
Hey, Logan.
Stick your leg out like this.
Will you join me?
Oh my gosh, that's the highest my leg has lifted since I had that date with Alex Rodriguez and his spit cup.
Good Lord.
Melissa, how people get a hold of you?
That's my tag right there. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. I appear on CJ Ruthless's show every Monday at 9:00. So, and I come on here to support my friend Gina, who is a Niner fan. And I like Adam because he is a decent,
I thought you were here to support me.
non-obnoxious Pittsburgh fan.
Wow.
All right.
I'm glad I'm not a Pittsburgh fan.
Logan, you should be a Pittsburgh fan.
Oh, good. I need more disappointment in my life.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
We're not disappointed. We just don't have money. We don't have funds. We just spend it on foreign objects and building clubs overseas.
Oh, good.
You know,
Let's
like
go to
the
London
Dominican Republic. Got
Watch a football game.
Oh, now we're back to football? I thought we were at baseball.
Oh, shit. I forgot. Okay, so the hockey.
Oh my God. They're actually showing the Pittsburgh Jets highlights on ESPN right now.
All right. We can banner after this. I got to end this. We're at 2:46.
Okay. Paint a picture of a butterfly.
Hey, guys. It's been fun. I know this is long and ridiculous, but it was a lot of fun, a lot of banner, and we are